There we go. Now I'm not muted. Hey, there we go. You can check that off of your Braythorn bingo cards. Started out stream muted. All right. Okay. Let's see how long those messages keep coming in. But yeah, we're here. It's Tuesday night. Sorry I'm late, but it is Tuesday night. That means it's time to get this going. We're going to be talking PC stuff. We're going to be helping people find PCs that are right for them, or parts lists, or pre-built, whatever floats your boat in terms of getting a computer, I mean. But yeah, let's say hi to everybody. How's it going? Let's see, over in Twitch, we got Mr. Porch Koopy. Hello. Exiled Wolf, what's up? Toasted Salsa, how's it going? Broga, how are you? Beach and Gal, what's up? No Hose Root, yo, perfect timing. You're new to your YouTube channel. Need help picking out a pre-built and monitor. I can help you with the pre-built. Not an expert on monitors. What's up, Crash? How's it going? And Broga, what's up? Just got finished putting in my new 7600X 3D. Congrats! Sounds awesome. Eric Z says, "Good night, Bray." Why are so many people saying, well, good night? I see Eric Z saying good night. Are you leaving? Well, good evening to you. Hello, welcome. It's simply Avi, welcome. Louis Gunna, welcome. Now over in YouTube, oh, Ghost Poner, what's up? Over in YouTube land, Dave Odell, hello. Gabriel Tosses, good, saying good night again. Are you leaving? Eric Lotzes, hello. Spiral, saying good night. Mike isn't working. Lewis Thompson, good evening, Braythorn. Good evening to you. Alice Deuce, welcome. Robert Fixit, what's going on? Steve, hey. I appreciate that, Steve. Hope you're doing well over there. Man, hello. You got it. I got you. Monitors really depend on what you want to play at. Yes, they do. Okay. So if you are new here, welcome. You're going to want to fill out the form to get yourself on the list to get some help. So how do you do that? Well, if you're watching on Twitch, you're going to see Stream Elements come up with a message with a link at the end of it saying, hey, click here if you want help getting a PC. Now, happy Friday, Crash. Broga 6874, thank you for the Prime sub. Where the heck is my notification for that? What happened to that? It's just not going to happen, I guess. Oh. See, that's the old one there. That's not it. That should do it, but okay. Huh. I heard the sound. I didn't hear the sound for some reason. Is the giveaway finishing Thursday? Yeah, Friday. Giveaway's finished Friday on the 15th. Also, Crash, I'm not sure why you said happy Friday. It is Tuesday. When you did it, but you were talking same. Okay, cool. But yeah, thank you for that, Broga. Thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Look, you got that multicolored Triforce now. Lovely. How are you announcing the winner? It's going to be on X, Twitter, or whatever. Tiger Lily, welcome. We are staying. Looking forward to seeing people help this. Awesome. Shrek Donkey. Hello, hello. Also, I was saying how to get your name on the form. So here, let me do this because it's not showing up yet. Let me see. There we go. So that's how you enter right there. How you get your info in there on Twitch. Click the link at the end of that. Oh, then it automatically does it. Great, cool. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, check the description. The first thing in the description is the link to that form. so that you can get entered to have your information in there, be on the list to get help. It's all free. And I feel like it's good help, but that means it's not necessarily fast. There were a couple people who ended up we didn't have time to give them help on the last one. But that just, if you enter your form, if you get in on the list, you don't get off of that list. You're on the list. That's how that works. Like, until, you know, you keep coming back until we get, I mean, usually it's just like, we usually take care of most people the time that they enter their form during that stream, but sometimes there's just a lot. Right now, there's a lot of people who entered their information, and then after we talked about it, they decided to wait for the launch of like the 9800X3D, stuff like that. And we got to talk about the status of the 9800X3D and whether you'll be able to buy it at this moment or not. Being that it is the best product that's launched all year, scalpers have pounced on retail stuff. A lot of micro centers might not have it. So if you're looking to get your stuff built by micro center, you might be out of luck, but there are plenty of system integrators that have it. That's the video that's coming out this week, is me talking about that. However, some system integrators are going to have it right away, but not have a ton of them. Some of them are waiting for their shipments, things like that. But they will have their own allocation aside from retail. It's the same thing as with the GPUs. It's not to say that AMD provided totally enough 9800X3Ds for the whole industry, but just it's still, you know, not a super abundant product, but you know, no scalper is going to buy an entire computer just to scalp the CPU. That's why pre-builts are the way to go when there are shortages in scalping going on a certain product. Yo, Igor, what's going on, bud? Look at that. You just hit that magic 200 there. Holy crap. Igor 1980, thank you for gifting 3 tier 1 subs to the community. This is deserving of these things. Igor 1980 just hit 200 gifted subs in the community total with these 3 gifted subs. Let's go, nerds. That's a tier 1 sub for Chris Floofy Kitsune, WTF Blossom, and Gathleg. Welcome to the swarm. Finger Demon is on the list. Indeed you are. Thank you for using the emote I made just for that. I appreciate it. But welcome, Igor. Poor Scoopy also is on the list. Okay, I'm gonna get in here and start marking people down. So for people on Twitch, if you are on the list, I still have my speed lines going. If you are on the list from earlier, from last stream, whenever, please use the emote that says I'm on the list. If you are not on the list, do not use that emote, please. Anyone doing that kind of stuff, you'll get timed out and stuff, just because I made that. I took the time to make that just to streamline the process of saying that you're on the list. If you're watching on YouTube, YouTube doesn't let me give you custom emotes if you're not a member. So you just got to type out Graythorn, I'm on the list. If you're watching on YouTube. Sorry about that. That is a failing on YouTube's part. Okay. Let's see. So, wait, Finger Demon. Yes, you were on the list. It looks like we were gonna take care of you last time, but I think you had to leave. Okay, so far you're the earliest one on the list. So that would be you first. Mr. Porch Koopy. That would be you next. Do we need to fill out the assistance form just to see what you think about the PC part picker list I already made? Eric Z, yes, because you need to know what I think about it. Well, in order for me to figure out what I think about it, I need to know whether it suits your needs or not. It's the same exact thing. Yes. That's how I determine whether I think it was a good choice or not. Thank you, Igor. I know you're not on the list. I appreciate that. What's up, Rutu? How's it going? No host Ru. It won't let me use the emote even though I'm following. You might need to refresh the stream, but I'll go ahead and mark you down here. Mr. Alex Knight, thank you very much. Welcome. Lucas Thompson, so quick question for you. You helped me last week. You recommended Reactor Gaming. I tried reaching out to them for tech support email, customer service email. Doesn't seem to work. Any suggestion? Any other form of communication that's on there? I mean, if there's a phone number, anything. I'm not sure what's going on with that. When you say doesn't seem to work, I don't know what you mean. Did you send the email and it got returned to you? Like it was not a valid email address? I'm not sure what you mean by doesn't seem to work. Crash on that. That's Bastion can do whatever they want to do. I'm not sure how that's relevant here though. But timing out is not a serious thing. It's not like getting banned. So I could time somebody out just for funsies at any time. Then they can still watch the stream. They just can't type anything for a few minutes. It's not a big deal. Igor said, just noticed that Chrome is now blocking the extension that hides YouTube Shorts from your subscription page. I guess I didn't know that was an extension. Got it. Thanks. There you go. Okay, sure. Yeah. All right. Rarutu asked to be timed out. Okay. You got it, bud. Right. How do I give you credit for purchasing a ready-to-ship PC from Alexander PC? You already helped me a few months back. That you would just use code Brayathorn right there. And now, if you already bought it a few months back, I don't think that they'll give you credit for that. I don't think they'll do that. If you made your purchase and you come back a couple days later, like, I forgot to use a coupon code, they'll honor it then. No phone number listed. Yes, sent email. Got a return email saying it isn't a valid email. I'm going to go ahead and try to send them an email here in just a minute, okay? I don't know, like, you can try their social media, stuff like that. I'm not sure what the deal is there. I can tell you this. I use Google Workspaces for my domain. I've had issues with it where someone might say they sent me an email. I never get it. I've sent out responses, and I don't know if I'm getting ghosted or what, but maybe I don't get a response back. Emails have issues sometimes, even business ones. Yo! Joseph Huckins just gifted 5 Braethorn memberships. Let's go, nerds. That is a membership for John Paul Bacon, Pointy Bits, Lunchbox, Matthew Massara, and Chad Clinard. Welcome to the Swarm. Thank you for that, Joseph Huckins. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yo, what's up, Mike? How's it going? Rajath, how are you? Just finished building my system. When I turn on the CPU, there's a red light on the motherboard for VGA. Can you let me know what this means? You might need to reseat the graphics card once more. Make sure you have power going to it. Also, make sure you're not plugged into the... I mean, you shouldn't get a VGA error for this. But make sure you're not plugged into the motherboard. Make sure you're plugged into the graphics card. Also, you might just need to let it sit for a while to make sure it goes through everything. But yeah, also, if your motherboard has a BIOS flashback button, it could help to get the latest BIOS and load it onto there. You don't need to be able to use your PC to do that. You just look up the instructions on how to use a BIOS flashback button for that model of motherboard. Raruchi just migrated over to YouTube. There you go. That works. A computer builder with no phone number. I've seen that. I got timed out in a chat once. The dog sat on the mod's phone and did it. Another mod changed the timeout to 30 seconds. Bring back in. You cannot misspell. Rolando Viegas says you cannot misspell Braethorn anymore. Now people, but someone will still misspell bet. Oh, they will. Yeah, happens all the time. It's like a meme. They have a phone number listed on Instagram for texting. Sent out a text, never got a response. I just hate the purchase from PC company I can't get a hold of. Yeah. I would just need to send them a DM, see what the hell's going on with that, because that's not cool. I don't like that. It's not something I would have run into. When is your giveaway over? Click the link. It says it in the thing. It's the 15th. It's on the 15th. It's over on the 15th. Getting asked a lot about this. Email for technical support. Okay. Email for customer service. This is like I had to go to terms and conditions to find this. info@reactorgamingpcs.com. But there should not be a space in that. There's a space in there. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. Take a look at this, okay? So these are links. Don't click the link. Just copy that. Copy. And then paste that into your email to who you're going to send it to. Make sure you're not clicking the link. Like they shouldn't have put a space here. That's not smart. They shouldn't have done that. And this is supposed to be CO, and this is COM. That's it. Like they have typos in their own terms of service. I need to talk to them about that. But I'm going to go ahead and send a test email. What the hell? No, what the hell? Come on. I had that wrong thing highlighted. I had their website highlighted. No, you need to highlight the email address and copy that. Okay, looks like it's gone through. So the address is .co. The web address is reactorgaming.co, not .com. So if you put .com, you know what? Nope, it could not be delivered. Info wasn't found at .co. So maybe it's .com. I don't know. Let me try it. Okay, sent it that way. We'll see if I get that same. See if it gets bounced back. But yeah, that's no good. I mean, you do want to have open lines of communication. That's part of the benefits of going with the smaller SIs. You're supposed to be able to contact them fairly easily. So yeah, not sure what's going on there. King on VR. I'm looking to get a PC with a 4060 and a 5500. Is that good? Good? Sure. It's not how you do this. Please read the description. It's the very, very first thing there. If you want help, you go through that. And I think I've seen your name before, King on VR. So you've been here before. You know how this works, very likely. You need to fill out the form to get help. I have no idea what your budget is. I have no idea what you're going to use your PC for. Is it good is the worst way to try to get help with it for anything. Because computers are good. They're just good. Yeah. So the answer should be yes. Computers are great. Is it good for you? I don't know. You're not letting me figure that out. All right, I'm going to do this again just because, I mean, even though I just did it, I'm going to do this again. If you're wanting to get help with a PC, if you're watching on Twitch, look for the messages from Stream Elements saying, hey, want to get help with a PC? Click this link here, fill out the form. If you're watching on YouTube, it's right there. It's in the description. It's the very first thing. You click the link there, fill out the form, and you get on the list because we have people who are lining up for help. And if you just ask me for help right off the bat, though that seems like the normal thing to do, you are trying to cut the line in front of everybody who's been waiting, and it doesn't work that well in person, and it's not going to work well here. Let's see who else said they were on the list, because Igor, are we already rating somebody, or are you checking out the new emotes? Yeah, Eric, you just wait. You wait till your turn comes up, because there's other people who've been waiting before you. I was wondering if you're going to Las Vegas in January. I don't know the tech event they have there. Bone Shock, it's CES. It is crazy. It is super hectic. I hate Vegas, but like, it's where they have CES, so I probably have to go. I've already got people asking, like in the industry, if I'm going. So it's like I don't know if I don't think they realize I didn't really get to post almost anything from CES from last year. Because of how, just reasons, but yeah. I agree with you, Coggle. Yes. King on VR, you can keep... Okay, King on VR, listen up. You're this close to getting banned because you're not listening to me. Stop spamming the same question over and over. It is super aggravating to me because I read through all the chats and I keep seeing the same thing over and over. You're being very annoying right now, and you shouldn't do that. Do what everybody else is doing and fill out the freaking form. I just finished telling you that you're trying to cut in front of these people who have been waiting, who are waiting for help. And what do? You just ask the same question over and over. That's not cool. That's the opposite of cool. Okay, I see your message saying, okay, thanks, man. It only took you asking 3 or 4 times. Like, just, whether it's my stream or somebody else's stream, don't spam the same message over and over. Don't do that. It's the worst thing. It's I don't know. It's a big pet peeve of mine, and from what I understand from other streamers, they don't like it either. He posted that before he addressed them on stream. It's still not cool to spam. That's... Why am I like a ghost right now? I need to fix my... I need to fix my... green screen. It's not looking great. It's not looking good. I probably shouldn't be wearing a greenish hoodie, to be honest. All right, you know what? I'm not going to wear the hoodie. There we go. There's the answer. That works. Just got to fix this now. That's annoying. You know what? Whatever. We're going to have bad green screen on this one. It's fine. Yeah, I moved around the lighting a little bit, so it looks better though in this scene. It's just that I set up I don't have the exact same chroma key settings in both, so it's also the settings. I just need to fix the settings a little bit. Okay. Yeah, this is a clothing choice error for sure. Yeah, Crash the Stardew Valley is a really good game. Indeed. OST is really good. What's some good under the radar games you guys have been playing? Oh, that one's addressed to chat. Cool with that. Alice, no problem. I'm not sure, like, I know what I was responding to, but I'm not sure if I missed an earlier response as well. Nope, yeah. I mean, it never hurts to send them an email and just let them know, but that the only purpose that would really serve would be to let them know, hey, just to let you know, Bray did send me this way. But I mean, I send a lot of people to Alexander PC, so they're used to that at this point. It's not a bad thing, of course, but they you know, I'm sure they still like to hear it. Okay, so far the only people who have said that they're here, unless I missed something, I know Eric is here. I don't think Eric used the I'm on the list emote. Eric, let me see you do that if you don't mind. Eric Z, there's an emote that you can use if you just follow the stream where it says I'm on the list. Hey, did you ever get Threadripper system up and running? I'm glad you asked, because yes, I did. I'm not streaming on it right now, but here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be integrating that into my setup. And on the 18th, on Monday, the 18th, 8 p.m. Central, I'm doing a bonus stream where I'm going to be streaming with the amazing Finite Singularity. And he's going to be walking me through setting up with a blank canvas a new stream setup with all of his free plugins that he creates, because that's who he is. He makes free plugins. They're out there on GitHub. They're amazing stream plugins for amazing effects. I'm already using one right now, and that's why I'm glowing purple as you see me right now. And yeah, so be sure to be here on Monday, the 18th, 8 p.m. Central. It might be just on Twitch, but I think this is one I'd like to have on YouTube as well. So it may be on both. Yeah, either way. I believe Finite Singularity is more of a Twitch streamer though, so I would probably prefer to have everything over there for that. Maybe it's going to be just on Twitch. We'll see. We'll see. I might do both. I probably will, because it is tech related. But that's going to be me finally setting up the Stream Ripper system as my main streaming and capture machine, and that is going to be awesome. Stardew's artistic style has always put me off, but I'll definitely check it out. No Hose Rue. I take it you never played and then subsequently fell in love with the game Chrono Trigger, because it specifically copies that art style, and it's one of the best games of all time. But yeah, Chrono Trigger is it's top tier JRPG. Kind of action JRPG, but also different and crazy awesome story. And the music, oh, forget about it, because you will not forget about it. What's up, Angry Beaver? How's it going? Poppy Seeds wants me to hydrate. Rurushi says Akira Toriyama. I say yes. Also, was it Nobuo Uematsu for the music? Might have been. Noita is a good one as well. Yes. So yes, so far, okay, did I see? Okay, Eric Z I was asking if you could use the I'm on the list emote for me, please. There's another reason why it's beneficial to me to have you guys use that. If you want to, if you're on the list and you want me to help you out, it lets me know that for this free help you're getting, because it is help you could be paying for otherwise with other content creators, which is, they're great. The ones that like, I know some other content creators who charge for this, and they're amazing at it. Okay, you get one-on-one help rather than it being during a stream and yada yada, but it can cost you. That in order to get this help for free, you're at least following on Twitch. And if that's too much for you to do, then, well, there's always those paid services. It's really all I ask. I only ask that you do the free stuff, like subscribe on YouTube. You know, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on Twitch, now I used to have it to where chat was follower only, but I've taken that off because there have been times where I got some pretty big raids, and it was not really cool for the people coming in for the raids to not be able to chat right away, and so many of them bail, and I'm like, oh, that's bad vibes. But yeah. Twin Taco, thank you for the Prime sub. Good evening, welcome. Yasunori Matsuda, who also did Xenogears. Oh, okay. I just know that it was like a massive like collaboration between some of the biggest names. So of course I thought, was Nobuo Uematsu on that one? Because he did all Final Fantasy music all the way up to, I think, Final Fantasy X. A little too steep for someone planning on spending thousands on a PC. Oh, it's, yeah, steep, free, absolutely too steep. Having lung issues today, other than that, I'm good. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm happy that other than that, you're good. Yeah. Pabsy, what's up? Welcome. I don't know if I already said that. Poppy Seeds, how are you? How do you prevent emote link spamming? I've heard that's a big problem often. Links are not allowed in either chat, in either YouTube or Twitch chat. It just, I have a setting, and it doesn't allow you to post links in chat. Emote spamming, I don't really have anything for that. Can you drop the video after the fact to YouTube if you don't stream it, please? I'd love to see it. Sure. I would Gentle Stone, I would highly recommend. There are times when where I'll do streams that are only Twitch, and if you enjoy just my content in general, there's going to be times where I do stuff that is not going to be a YouTube multi-stream because it's not really PC related or whatever. I would recommend checking out on Twitch as well. I mean, there's a reason a lot of people just watch streaming on Twitch. Like, that's just what their go-to. Oh, it's perfect. Thank you. No problem. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2000. Oh, you're still talking about games. Igor is saying, I'm thinking of doing an Epic build. AliExpress has an H11 DSi NT Mobo with dual Epic 7601 and 4X Samsung 60 gig DDR4 ECC for $95.99. That's crazy, but what would you use it for? Millikilla 12, I'm here to admit I bought a CyberPower PC this morning and accidentally came across a YouTube video just a couple hours ago. Well, I'm here to give you the good news that you can cancel your order and then buy your PC from a place that's going to give you actually good customer service and tech support. It's not too late for you. Welcome to the stream. Render is working on a game. Working on a game! Fun stuff. Let me know when there's a playable demo so I can play it on stream. Compared to 3DFX Voodoo times, how do you think the price to performance compare? Everything's overpriced. Everything's massively overpriced. It's like, yeah, performance is going up, but the price is going up with it. That's not advancing the tech. That's just like throwing more money at it. It sucks. AMD is doing well with, but usually initially AMD pricing MSRPs are just okay, and then they get good over time. Nvidia's price MSRPs, they're terrible initially, and then they get okay over time. Lonely Libra 15, yeah, I currently have a CyberPower PC. Eek. Well, here's some good news. The good news is your PCs from CyberPower PC are just off-the-shelf components. You can get them looked at a local computer repair shop and repaired at a local computer repair shop. So that's one good thing. CyberPower PC is a system integrator, not an OEM. So they're not using proprietary motherboards, power supplies, cases, things like that. It's all ATX compatible, all that good stuff. Yeah. Is it the one from Best Buy? I'm actually interested in that one. Lol. No, you're not. No hose rule, Rue, because it's CyberPower. Do not buy from CyberPower PC. If you guys are here to get my advice, and my advice is not to buy from CyberPower PC, the correct response to that is not to say, yeah, but I kind of want that one anyway. It has shipped and will be delivered tomorrow. You can refuse a delivery, and then they have to send it back. If you sign off on the delivery, that's it. You might have a little trouble getting a refund if you don't like it. But it sounds like you bought a ready-to-ship system. First day I got my PC, it made me make a Microsoft account. Shut down PC, next day my Microsoft account is locked. There is a process you can do to not have to do a Microsoft account. You don't want to connect it to the internet. Do not connect it to the internet. And you do a command line prompt for the out-of-box experience. Yeah, it's pretty simple. There are guides online on how to do that. But yeah, that's no fun. Oh, that was my rusty AIO screw. You zoomed in on your CyberPower video. I got a full refund for that junk. Good. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at actual guys. If you wanted confirmation that I looked at actual community member stuff, yes. When you guys post those things, I mean, I will go and if I'm going to talk about an SI, I go in and I dig through the testimonials, and every time you guys report on something, especially Twin Taco, thank you for including pictures. That's why that's so important. Because here's the thing, guys. Words are weird. You can just kind of put them together however you want and just say anything, right? Isn't that crazy? But when you show receipts in terms of like, this is what was broken, and you send pictures of it, or you have a little snippet of the conversation, an email or something like that, where they gave you poor customer service, there's no doubting that this is first person reporting where there were actual issues that were or were not resolved properly. It's not a bad thing when like there's a problem with your PC. It's how is it handled? Whenever you receive your PC, say it's damaged from shipping or something like that, that company hasn't failed you yet. They now have an opportunity to succeed on your behalf by giving you that good customer service. And you find out right at the onset what your ownership experience is going to be like. Oh, what's up, Uwe? Nice. Time for my favorite show on Twitch. Nice. Hi, is that me? Or who is that? Are you going to go watch them? The only upside to me is Best Buy is 5 minutes away from me, so if I had to return it, I could walk in and walk out with a brand new one in about 5 minutes, but I'm a noob. That's why I'm here to get advice. I get that. I do understand that. My problem with Best Buy is that Dell pays them money to tell you that, oh, that iBuyPower, that one's okay. What you want is an Alienware. And they pay them a lot of money for that. And you're subject to things like that. It sucks. I've known people who worked at Best Buy. That's literally things that happen. Like management will come tell them, hey, we need to be pushing this right now because we got paid to do it. It's not as simple as what I just told you, but the end effect is like that. All right, let's take a look at this list. Again, if you're on the list and you're watching on Twitch, I'm not going to automatically know. So if you're watching on Twitch, use the I'm on the list emote. If you're watching on YouTube and you're on the list and you're waiting for help, I don't automatically know that. So type in my name as spelled right here, Braethorn, I'm on the list. If you don't spell that correctly, it will not highlight the chat for me. All right, let's take a look. So we're going to start with Finger Demon. Looking at Alexander PCs, but I'm open to suggestions. Wait, Warm Eagle, you're on the list? All right. Looks like I helped you out on September 6th with the PC part picker list. So you should be good. I don't see you having any other entries here. I guess you weren't here for the part where I said specifically, if you're not on the list, do not use that emote. But if you didn't hear that part, I'm not going to time you out for it. But that is what I'm planning on doing. For anyone who just uses that emote for no reason, it's going to confuse me. I get very easily confused. So it's Cage BLT. I just ordered a iBuy Power PC for $999. It was on sale. It's the Trace one. Is it good? I don't have those memorized, and that's not how this works. What you do is you come here before you buy something, and I help you before you spend money. So I don't know what you're using your PC for. I don't know what your actual maximum budget was, if you bought under budget or over budget or whatever. I can't really help you very much because I don't know. I don't have this information for you, right? This is what you do. You fill out the form, you get on here, and then these people will then be able to make a purchasing decision and not have to go ask anybody, did I make a mistake? Because I'm going to help walk you through it. If you already bought something, there's not really anything I can do but tell you, yeah, that's fine, or no, that's not good. And what are you going to do if I say that it wasn't a good decision? Just feel bad? I get that a lot, and I don't ever know what to do. I don't know what to do for you. Don't get help after you did something. Get help before you do something. Take this as a lesson for future things in your life. What's up, FaZe Audacity? How's it going? It's simply Avi. I'm on the list. And there you certainly are. You just got on the list there. Look at that. Spiral, Brayathorn, I'm on the list. I see you there. Austin Harding, I'm on the list. Are you though? Austin Harding, you are not on the list. And don't tell me it's like, oh, well, I used a different name for some reason. Okay, fill it out again with the right name. And let me know what name you did use so I can delete that entry. It's right there. It's right there in the thing. It shows you with a nice big picture and with bold text. This should match what shows up as your name in chat. So just to make sure there's zero confusion, yet somehow there still is confusion with the name usage there. All right. Well, I mean, you can just be looking at this and say, oh, well, that one's me. Go ahead and fill that out again. I can't, like, that's not even close. There's sometimes where it's kind of close and I can be like, yeah, but you cannot say that I wasn't extremely obvious with like arrows pointing at your name in chat. You could have just come in here and said, hi, hello. And then you would have seen what it was. So yeah, but you'll still get your free help. It's just, you're just a little bit later in the line now. It's the first question. Like, don't rush this, guys. I'm not going anywhere. Now, it straight up says, entering anything other than your username invalidates your form submission. It's right there. I don't know what to tell you. No problem. Oh, the shade of purple is so comfy. It is. Lonely Libra. How good are Alienware and Omen PCs? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Lonely Libra. That's a good one. You got us there. Yeah. They're not. If you were serious, don't go OEM. Go system integrator. OEMs use proprietary garbage parts that are future e-waste. System integrators use off-the-shelf components that are intercompatible with each other. It's much better that way. You have any hopes that prices will be no. As soon as the shortages happened and Nvidia saw how much people are willing to pay for GPUs, because we entertained scalpers and we paid scalpers for they're like, we can charge anything we want, and we will, and they do, and people still buy it. So Michael Perrin, how's it going? Welcome. It's okay, Austin, no problem. You got to imagine, if there's this many different formatting things in here, it's not because it never happens. It's because it always happens. But I crave organization and clarity in these things. Like, I need that. So if I'm doing something for free, it's on my terms, basically, is what I'm saying. And I try not to be too much of a jerk about it. Okay, did Finger Demon leave? Is Finger Demon here? Yeah, remember, Lonely Libra, that computers are made of parts, right? And some of the most popular, I mean, OEMs sell tons of computers. And just like I was saying with Alienware, like, you go to and do a Best Buy, they're going to push you towards Alienware because they make a lot of money doing that. It's not about whether it's better for the customer or not. It doesn't matter. That does not matter. It's how much money they make. They're in the business of making money. It shows that Finger Demon is still in chat. Finger Demon, I need a response from you, or we're going to move on to the next person. Poppy Seeds. I do understand that it is it's pretty scary with the tariffs and stuff, but you know, actually, I don't have anything to follow this up with. It is scary. We'll be okay. We're gonna survive. And what it means is everybody's gonna basically move a tier down in the hardware they can get. You're just gonna be, instead of getting the 5090, you'll get the 5080. Instead of getting the 5080, you would get the 5070. That kind of thing. You're gonna move a tier down in all your tech, but it's still gonna be great. It's still gonna be way better than a console, but way more expensive. Welcome to PC gaming. If it wasn't gonna get more expensive in that way, it was gonna get more expensive some other freaking way anyway. Angry Beaver, it's because no matter how, okay, all this stuff that we've invented has been for convenience and comfort in the end. Convenience and comfort. That's what it's all for. And our own instincts are still there. Like, they're still going to be there. Keeping it fishy, that's generally what I do. I mean, it's just because I don't like the way Microsoft handles account stuff. Nobody has ever been happy to see OneDrive managing their stuff. Braithorn, voice translation sucks. Oh wow, Braithworm, that's the worst one I've ever seen. If you're asking about the tariffs, what's the impact on the PC industry? That's basically what I was telling you. The thing is, it's going to mean more money for the government and less money for the companies that are selling the things. To be competitive, profit margins on PC hardware are already razor freaking thin, and now they're just going to get worse. So thanks. So glad that succeeded and that's happening. Totally worth it. Pabsy says I'm on the list. Remember, guys, if you're watching on Twitch, you got to use that emote "I'm on the list" to let me know you're on the list. And that's just me being petty because I took time to make it. If you're watching on YouTube, you have to type my name out correctly. Don't misspell it. It's just right there on the channel. It shows it right there. And type Braithorn, I'm on the list. If you become a member, you have the same emote that Twitch does. All right, we are skipping Finger Demon. Skipping Finger Demon. That means Mr. Porch Koopy is going to be the first. Thank you, Nohosru. Appreciate that. Bone Shock. Falcon Northwest is the best, right? For some people, yes. For some people, Falcon Northwest is going to be the worst option. Like, say you want a case with a lot of RGB, you want a white build, you want the fish tank style case. That's the worst option for you, is going Falcon Northwest, because they don't have that. Say you're looking for the absolute cheapest price to performance you can get. That ain't Falcon Northwest, and they know that. They accept that. They understand that about themselves and their position in the industry. They've built up that position over like 32 years now. 32, 33 years. They are the original. Because you gave zero context to the word best. Best for what? Best at what? Remember, the answer to a question is only worth the effort put into the question. Blue J 327, you're going to need to refill out your form because it's not just the letter J, apparently. So I'm going to go ahead and delete your entry. Because look, right here, right there, it's got to match what shows up when you type in chat. It's the first thing. It's in bold. It's italicized. This is underlined. Anything other than your username invalidates your form submission. I can't verify that this is you. You could. I've had this screen up. You could have just been like, I don't want to fill out the form. This info looks close enough to mine. I'm just going to say I'm that person. And then that person comes in and I'm like, yeah, I already helped you. So please fill that out again. That's exactly what Austin Harding had to do. What's up, Sailor? How's it going? What's up, Triple B? How's it going? No problem, Bone Shock. You're good. I see things like that, like when I say stuff like your answer is only as valuable as the effort put into the question. It sounds dumb, but maybe it's something you'll carry forward with you. And like when you're gonna put questions out into the world, you'll give them more context, and that's always great. Quoted Tech PCs, what is up? How's it going? Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Look at that. Trying to buy my favor. You know that works. I'm kidding. How's it going? Okay, well, that's another way to do it too. Quotech PCs just gifted 10 tier 1 subs to the community. Let's go, nerds. That's a tier 1 sub for GeoGhost19, Eidolon, Tough MN, Jerry's Carpet TX, Lonely Libra 15, Uveway, Haha Frank 515, Mr. Porch Koopy, who's next on the list, by the way, Uchi 000, and Higgle Jiggle. Welcome to the swarm. Thank you for that. How the heck are you? Raythorn, just here to pop in. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Work is what I'm doing. 100%. Work. But it's good work. I love this work. Well, I went ahead and bought a system. You can take Finger Demon. I was calling your name for like 15 minutes here. And you also came in and said, I'm on the list. Did you just do that because I said we were going to skip you because you weren't responding? I know it's some kind of tactic. I just can't figure out what utility it serves at all. What are we going for here? Yeah, I bought it within an hour you've been live. Yeah, all you said earlier was like, I'm on the list. You didn't say, hey, I already bought a PC and I'm on the list. Okay, well, that was 15 minutes of my time, John, but okay, sure. All right, Mr. Porch Koopy, you are next. I did see it. You are marked in purple here, and I was calling out your name saying you are next. So yes, that means you're next. Wow, that's petty right there. I understand that it can be frustrating because you entered your form for the last stream, and I was tired and I didn't help you out. But you got to remember that this is a free thing that I do, and I'm one guy. And I did how many last stream? Last stream I helped out. It's not going to sound that impressive, but you got to understand I take my time with everyone. I did 8. My usual is like maybe 5 or 6. I did 8 last stream. I was tired, man. I was exhausted. I'm gonna need to refill that water. And it's okay. Some people just, they want their free help now, and it has to be in their fashion, and they want to get what they paid for. Are we able to access that doc? It's Ghost T. You can. It's linked in the description of the YouTube stream. This one here, where I've helped out people before. Yes, you can access it. The usefulness here is that you can see if anybody matches your particular needs, and then check out what I did for them, like what I recommended to them. Are those Truthier IEMs? They are indeed. The clinical Truthier Zeros. Best $50 you'll spend on audio stuff for sure. Wait until you run an SI, Braithorn. Yeah, Quota Tech. That is never happening. I know too much at this point. I know it's not an easy job, and I'm good. Just talking about them is hard enough. Thank you very much. But yeah, Pabsy, good eye. Live one-on-one help is appreciated. You can only look up so many reviews, YouTube vids, etc. True. Damn, you squeezed 8 people into one stream. It's respect the hustle. It was a hustle. Michael, got my PC 2 years ago from AVA Direct built with Braithorn suggested specs. I've been happy ever since. Thanks for all the advice. You're welcome, Michael. Oh, I'm happy that's working out for you. Nick Miller says they are on the lists. Under the name Nick Miller. Excellent. And I see Jay. I see you there. Okay. All right. We got to get Finger Demon off of here. Delete. There we go. Bye-bye. Okay. Mr. Porch Coopy. So let's get to yours. Gaming, content creation, video editing, graphic design, 3D design. Okay, this is a tough one. A specific color, tell me in chat. Oh, Lord. Listen. I'm going to tell you guys something real quick, okay? Listen up. If you picked this just because... Now, I'm not saying this happened, okay? I could be wrong about this, but it's happened before. If you picked this just so you can tell me in chat that you couldn't be bothered to pick between black or white, we're done. Just checking. Just checking. But if you did that, there is no end to how much I'm about to roast you. To me, it's not important, lol. No hose roo. Now, I get that, but do you think it's any more important to me? It's your computer. I don't have to look at it. I could not care less, yet you're making me decide. Make at least one decision for yourself. Unless it's just too hard, I can't do it. I have to choose between one or another. That's option paralysis. Please. It's free help. Don't make it harder for me to do. There is some, like, you think you couldn't care less. Oh, no. There's someone who could care less. That's me. Because I ain't got to look at it. Mr. Porch Coopy, listen to me real quick, okay? I'm gonna pause the music. All right. Pick a color, black or white. That's all you have to do. What is this? Who are you trying to impress? I don't. You just made it worse. Yes. Poppy seeds. They just made it worse with a whole paragraph. Listen, guys, listen up, okay? All right? I'm going to help you out here again. And look, okay? I don't know how else to do this for you. I don't care is not a valid choice in bold. What more do you need? I've been doing this for like 3.5 years now. That just gets worse every single time. Someone's like, no, you pick. What you're doing right now is, imagine if you've asked your significant other, hey, where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? And what they want you to do is name a bunch of places so they can tell you no. You just boiled that down into just 2 choices you couldn't pick between. Anyway, enjoy your free help that you're getting from me. Thanks for making it so much harder for me to give you that free help. So yeah, when I'm gonna point this out. If you think I'm being unreasonable, you signed up for this. If you ignore the instructions in any of the questions, you agree to be roasted on stream. So you at least made that choice, and boy, did it pay off. All right, cool. So let's see what y'all chose. You chose black, and what did... Oh yeah, music. Hold on. And now, if you at this point still have not chosen anything, like, you'll go black. Okay, cool, cool. See how easy that was? Like, it says it. It says that you can't say I don't care. You can't say that. I promise I don't care more than you don't care. Black, and I think that was Mr. Porch Coopy. I think you said that. I think you said black. Okay, cool. Great. All right. I'm glad that we're all settled on those things. Thanks, guys. All right. Let's look at what we're doing here. So you're ordering within a month, 1,500, looking for something pre-built. Now, Mr. Porch Coopy, you are looking for a lot of stuff from your system. You're looking to do gaming, content creation / video editing, graphic design, 3D design, and then it says, please specify the application in chat when your turn comes up. So what application in 3D design are you going to be running? Clone Smurf, I like magenta. That's good. That's a good color. Blender mostly. Okay. Hey, Barry, just want to let you know I fixed my PC from crashing. I would continuously crash in game thanks to your tech vids. I figured my VRAM in my game settings was too high. Okay, cool. How often you go live? First time catching one. I'm live on YouTube twice a week. Austin Harding, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm live on Twitch 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and gaming on Sundays. Is your day job an elementary school teacher? You seem to be good organizing children. No, the problem is I'm bad at it. If I was good at it, this would be going a lot more smoothly. Keeping it fishy, where's a good place to learn PC do's and don'ts for newbies? New PC is so nerve-wracking. Well, I mean, I have a video saying, I have 2 videos actually on how to set up your new PC. I also have a video on 5 things you should do and 5 things you shouldn't do. My channel is a decent place to start, actually. Put a lot of work into that. On YouTube, I mean. Okay, Blender mostly. Next time someone doesn't pick a color, just tell them they're getting open test bench recommended, with the bench being their Mobo box. Yeah. I respect PC components too much to do that. It'll just have to be, maybe we'll go with, you know, something nice. Like the rose gold King 95, something like that. Highest priority is gaming and 3D design, if that helps more with the options. It does. I think probably a 9700X would be good, but I guess If video editing is not a big big necessity, let's see. Well, the problem is here also we're trying to do a lot, and the budget might be a constraint there. So let's see what's out there. We don't have to worry too much about like having a really robust I/O on the motherboard because you're not streaming. You can still use it though, but I mean, generally, yeah. I think for this one, to get the most out of the budget, I would probably go Skytech on this. So let's see what they've got in that realm. I would, it's just, I wouldn't go with something like 9800X 3D on this because that's a nearly $500 CPU and that's a $1,500 budget. So we do need to balance this out a little bit. So I would say maybe a 9700X. Because for graphic design, because you mentioned graphic design as well, it's one of the top CPUs for using it like Adobe Photoshop. It's decent at Blender, but I mean, if you want to have something really good at Blender, you need to have like 16 cores, 32 threads, 9950X. But that's not within budget. That's like a $600-700 CPU. So you want something that's balanced. That's what we'd be looking at. And hey, there's the rose gold King 95. I wonder if I should, guys, let me know. What do you think? Should I include a thing that shows a picture of a fish tank style case, just a generic one, whatever, 011 style, whatever, and then a mesh front case and say, which case style do you prefer, just to help me kind of decide that? I mean, in something like this, we don't really have as much of a choice. There's not that many options here. But yeah. Like, I'd like to go with this one, but even with my discount code, it's going to be a little bit over budget. 4070 Super 9700X is a great combo. Let's look at the full spec list. What is the actual, by the way, what is the actual budget cap? Is 1600. Okay. That's what I was about to ask. Thank you for putting that there. A 1 terabyte Gen 4. 32 gigs DDR5 5600. 4070 Super 9700X. I'm going to check something real quick. We're going to try throwing this into the cart and seeing what it comes out to with my discount. Because this is free shipping. So that might be something you want to take into consideration, that the shipping is free. But we're going to put my discount code on here, see what it comes out to. It might be like 1700, but with free shipping. Let's and if not, we'll find something else. Yeah, shipping is free. Let's see. Yeah, it's 1716 before tax. That's a little too high. Hey, there you go. 7700X instead, but 4070 Super. Still a 1 terabyte Gen 4. And it shows 1650, but my discount code, Braythorn6, takes exactly $50 off, so this would be $15.99. Mr. Porchcoopy, here's what I'm going to say about that. I am 100% in favor of going with a boutique builder, but you have to understand when you go with a boutique builder instead of a high volume seller, you're not going to the like biggest price to performance. Some of your money is going towards that ownership experience, which is definitely good, and also the attention to detail and the build. But one of the realities is a company like Alexander PCs ships fewer units per month per year, so they have to have more. They have to have higher margins in order to keep the lights on, keep the business running. Whereas you have lower profit margins with a high volume seller like Skytech or iBuyPower. So you're going to be able to get a more higher end CPU and GPU if you go with a seller like this. If we go with Alexander PCs, you're going to be on a different CPU and GPU. You're probably not going to be looking at a 4070 Super. You might be looking at something with less VRAM, which I wouldn't recommend for what you're trying to do. Hold on a second. I want to read this out to you guys. You really don't help beyond help with a PC. I'd like to stick around, but if I can't get help after a PC, I don't see the point of sticking around. Keeping it fishy, I literally listed to you 4 videos I have for you that are help for after you buy your PC. What do you want me to do? I also have a series debuting actually in just a couple of weeks that is showing you how to do upgrades for that PC down the line and how to understand your PC better. What would you like me to do? Do you want me to use it for you? Would you like me to gently hold your hand on the mouse and help you learn where to click properly? What more can I do? Honestly. Like, you get help from me, and like, you can hang out, you can learn more as we go, you can ask questions, but if you're going to be like, he didn't immediately and fully help me with everything I need right off the bat on the spot, this guy sucks. You're right. If that's something that you're expecting, you're not going to get that. So don't stick around. And you're welcome for the help with getting your PC. Clearly you appreciated it. Thanks for minimizing the things that I do. It's definitely something you want to do for the people that help you. Oh, man. It's nice to feel appreciated, you know? It's not offensive, Bray. Don't take it. No, it is offensive to say, what is your purpose? What's the purpose of me sticking around if you're not going to help me more? I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? I told you the content that I have that is specifically for the need you stated. And you're like, I don't want to go and watch your content and support what you do. You're a jackass. Why would I do that for you? No, it is offensive to say like, nah, yeah, you're not useful enough. I'm out. Okay. You have to understand, if you had a specific tone in mind, I can't hear that. All I can do is read your word. You can see my body language. You can hear the tone of my voice. And that is helpful in communications. All I have are the letters on the words on a screen. So you have to keep that in mind. Skinny Mr. Mitch says you have to unbox and set it up for them. That's the thing, guys. Like, that's the reason when I do a PC unboxing and shakedown, I show the unboxing every time, because I know if you've never unboxed a PC, it can be a little daunting. So I show how to do it every time. Do I need to do that? No, I could actually have the PC out and tested, and we can just do a stream where I talk about the results and I show the results. But no, I like doing the process every time because I know that it's a little bit nerve-wracking when you first get your PC. But the thing about it is, if it's not the help you're looking for, it's not useful to you. And that's a pretty human way to feel. I get that. I mean, it's not like it's think of it this way. It's like, imagine going to a McDonald's and they tell you the thing you expect to hear. Oh, well, the ice cream machine's broken. And responding to that with, well, then what use are you as a human being? Like, it's just a reality. What are you talking about? Like, that's just a really rude thing to say to a human being, like to another person, you know? So I think that with no context, or with, actually there was given context, it's just a little easy to misunderstand that and to be offended. Anyway, this would probably be a good option for you here. And here's the reason I say that. Well, building custom also is generally a little bit higher price. But what I was going to say here was, with the 7700X, you're going to be on socket AM5, and this would give you a path down the road to, once you start doing more and more stuff in Blender, you have the opportunity to install something like a 9950X and make that big upgrade because the motherboard's the same, the socket is the same, which is why I wouldn't put you on, like, you know, 14th or 13th gen Intel, but not even talking about like all the, you know, microcode worries and all that. There's an upgrade path here for this, where you can, as you advance in what you're doing, actually upgrade your PC to help you with that. What's up, The Will? How's it going? Oh, also, by the way, guys, let's just also completely forget that there is an entire Discord community with volunteer techies that can answer your questions when you have them. But forget those guys. They don't contribute anything. Why even stick around? What a thing to say to somebody. I'm just a dude in a room, man. I don't know what some of y'all expect out of me. I'm a guy with chronic fatigue syndrome, 42 years old, tired. However tired most people go to bed at night after a long day at work, that's how I feel when I wake up in the morning from a long night's sleep. Just like, I'm giving everything I got here. But yeah, so this one right here I think would be a good option, especially because you're not streaming. You don't have to worry about those half-height PCIe slots. I guess we could look at doing a custom system real quick just to see if that's a viable alternative. Open a new tab. Here we go. Take a quick look here. CPU move from this $138 more. See, that's already $1679, and that's with a 7800 XT. It's not as cheap as the Ready systems, but you do get a bigger discount here from my code. What does a 4070 Super mean? $105 of an upgrade. So I would do that. But the CPU is not going to be up to the task for what you're trying to do. Only $66 more for it. Yeah. It is $31 more for this, but I do prefer that motherboard. Let me see here. Yeah, it's still too high, 1786.95. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to match that price by doing a custom system. That's the whole point of Ready systems. I also put a nicer motherboard in the other one, but it was only a difference of $30. that wouldn't have brought the price down enough to make it close to this. This is going to come out to $15.99. This is what I would recommend. You're very welcome, Mr. Porch People. All right, that's the code you need to give you $50 off. That's going to make this thing $15.99 and fit right within your budget. Glad you like the PC, keeping it fishy. Yo, Bram, I'm gonna get an NZXT pre-built with a Ryzen 9 9900X. Wide Mist, do you want to do the forms so we can actually go through that? NZXT's okay, they're good. They had some assembly issues when I reviewed a system from them. I'm not sure if they've improved that or not. There were loose screws in the case, and it's probably the only PC I've ever unboxed that had loose screws in the case, surprisingly enough, because that can be a common issue, but it just doesn't seem to happen usually. Fill out the form and you can get on the list, and I'll help you with the PC directly. All right, Spiral E1C. You said you were here and you're on the list. Y40, nice case. It is a pretty nice case. Igor, I always hold the knife wrong when I try to open a box without watching Braithorn videos. It's like, why isn't it working? Why isn't it opening? Just in, streamer cuts himself on live stream while trying to make a stupid joke. Is there a way to check for thermal paste without taking apart the cooling unit and CPU? No, you have to remove the CPU cooler to check that. Thank you, Pabsy. Spiral's right here. Okay, see, this is an example of when the name doesn't exactly match, but the full name is in there, right there. You just don't have the -C1C, so I'll accept that. What's up, Nick Miller? How you doing? I just installed my own water cooler, and ever since I did that, I keep getting CPU errors, and then my PC shuts off, and also my room smells like something's burning. Nick, did you remove the plastic cover? The plastic cover from the... because there's usually a plastic peel there that you need to remove. Make sure you took that off of there, because that sounds like that's exactly what happened. Also, Wide Mist, don't spam. Don't spam the same message because you put it 3 times in a very short period of time. That is the worst thing. It is one of my biggest pet peeves. Please never do that. And that's a message to everybody else. I will see it eventually. Skinny Mr. Mitch, you can see if there's is paste squeezed out. Not necessarily so. Skinny Dr. Mitch, actually. If you use the thermal paste that's already pre-applied to a cooler, there's not enough for it to squeeze out of the sides usually. You can do that if you want. No hose root, but here's the thing. You need to make sure that you have thermal paste on hand, because after you remove that, you need to reapply it. You need to clean it off and reapply it. So make sure you have thermal paste to replace it with. But yeah. My bad. Yeah, White Mist, it's just a good policy to not do that in anybody's live stream. Just so you know that. So if you do that, if you have a habit of doing that, I just want to make sure that you feel guilty while doing it in other people's streams too, because much like me, they are, you know, we're. So maybe some people enjoy it. I have no idea. I can't speak for everybody, I guess. I'm gonna need to refill that. Okay, it's all good. You're good. Spiral. Let's take a look at what you got going on here. Budget 2,500. Use cases gaming and content creation / video editing. Can you extrapolate on that, please, or expand on that, I should say? Can you expand upon that, please? Is gaming your main priority? When you say content creation / video editing, what are we talking about? Are you talking about getting seriously into video editing, or are you just like getting into it, doing it like for funsies? Are you just taking your gameplay footage and cutting it down? What are we talking about there? I also apply my own when I build, but that makes sense. Yep. Most SIs are just going to use the pre-applied thermal paste, and that is totally fine. Arctic MX6 kit is awesome. It comes with cleaner wipes. Nice. Nick Miller, yes. On the cold plate, the part that makes contact with your CPU, they protect that usually with a plastic peel to keep it from getting scratched and all that. And you got to make sure you remove that plastic peel. Not every CPU cooler has that. Some will have a plastic cover, like a molded plastic cover, because it has pre-applied thermal paste, and that would be obvious. You would notice that. So you're going to have to basically reinstall your CPU cooler. So make sure you have extra thermal paste and some isopropyl alcohol to clean both the IHS on the CPU, to clean off the CPU, and clean off your cold plate. And then reapply thermal paste after checking that you did not leave that plastic on there. It happens to the best of us. People who have built 1,000 PCs might still do it by accident. Igor just said, I've left the peel on a few times. Yep, I have done that once. I did it once. Yeah, Spiral, I was asking you about earlier about what your priorities would be, gaming or content creation. Which one's more important to you? And also, when it comes to content creation, video editing, are you doing some serious video editing, planning on really getting into it? Or are you just kind of doing like making a couple TikToks here and there? Are you taking your gameplay footage and just like shortening it, putting out a video? Or are you getting into real serious editing? Gaming's my main priority. I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but not getting into content creation too deep right now, just minor stuff. Okay, cool. All right, so with 2,500 though, like what you can probably do, because here's the thing, guys, and I know I criticize pretty commonly, I will criticize the X3D chips for being really bad for like video editing, but that's just because they're not the best for it. And I should probably chill on that. And as a matter of fact, with the latest, with the 9800X3D, it's actually beating its counterpart, the 9700X, in Cinebench. That's kind of weird because that didn't happen before. That's the change that happens when you actually can hit good frequencies and deliver good power to your CPU. Though it does run efficiently, there are no limitations for frequency now. In fact, what did the Gamers Nexus get it up to? Like 6.3 gigahertz? That's bananas for a 3D V-Cache chip. But they did it. They did it. And I mean, AMD did it. Finally. So I would actually maybe, if gaming is your priority, I would consider going 9800X3D. And you know what? If you're just starting out on video editing, you can rock that. And then what happens is this. A year from now, maybe you're like, you know what? I am into this. I do want to do this. 9950X3D at that point. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty awesome. What I guarantee you, every tech content creator who has thought about this is thinking they're probably going to put 3D V-Cache on both CCDs. They're probably going to do that. And if they do that, it's going to be amazing. But that's not coming out till like January. So we don't know. But 9800X3D is probably a good choice for you because you say it's like minor stuff right now. So there you go. And you're looking for a white build, 2500. Let me think of the ones that, let me look at some of the ones I talked about in the video that is coming up. I'm trying to think about one that is 2400. Oh, this one lost its settings. I think maybe Paradox might be a good choice. But let's see real quick. You chose a white build, by the way. Respect that. Like to see that. That's a personal preference of mine. Edit. $9800X3D. There you go. Two terabyte drive already. And you said, I believe, 1440p. Awesome. Okay. Maybe this will fit within the budget for 2500. I think it will. Let me see. We're at 2445. We want to go 850 at least. And I think that's the maximum for this one. So we're at 2460 before my discount. They only do 32 gigs though. And now for basic video editing, that's fine. And what's going to happen is this, because with video editing, capacity is king. And you want to do like, once you really get into it, you want to upgrade to 64 gigs. And I haven't personally tested 4 sticks of DDR4 on either of the new platforms, the 800 series motherboards for the AMD, or the new chipset from AMD or Intel. I haven't checked those with 4 sticks. But the typical best practice was to do just 2 sticks. So if you were to upgrade your RAM to 64 gigs, you would actually be just removing this kit and putting in a new one. Man, this is a clean looking kit. It's not RGB, but damn, that looks good. Anyways, they're both the same in specs though. Both cast latency 36, DDR5 6000. Let me see what some of the other ones that I did were looking like. Oh yeah, this one was crazy. Let me ask you a question real quick. What's up, Sellout? How's it going? Spiral, what is the actual maximum budget for your PC? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you wanted it in white, though. There it is. That's the one. Okay. It's different on the storage, unfortunately. That's the difference, but yeah. Izofra, what's up? I don't know if you remember whenever you helped me build a PC, but I want to thank you. I want to say the only thing I've changed is going from AMD to Intel because I just personally prefer Intel. Yeah, Zofril, I'm going to tell you something. You're loyal to Intel. They have zero loyalty to you. They lied for a year and a half, refused RMAs for known issues. They do not deserve your loyalty. But you do you. Just know that if there are issues, say with the 200S series, and there are known issues to Intel, they're just going to deny it until they're forced to admit it. 2,500, okay. So the difference between the black one and the white one here is that the black one costs a couple $100 more, but it has a 4 terabyte Gen 4 drive, which Skytech getting crazy, man. But look at this thing. Look at this thing. Ryzen 7 9800X3D, RTX 4070 Ti Super, 64 gigs DDR5 6000, 2 terabyte M.2 Gen 4 M.2 drive, 360 millimeter AIO, King 95 in white, 850 watt 80 plus gold power supply for $2349.99 before my discount. Yeah, Intel's getting a class action lawsuit. But Yazofril, hey, you're showing your loyalty to them. Maybe they'll call you as a witness. I don't recommend, I'm like, seriously, it's not me being an AMD fanboy. If Intel's going to have a better product, I'm going to recommend Intel. But right now they don't. Unless you're like, if someone were to come in and tell me, hey, look, I want a PC just mainly for editing video right now. Editing video is what I really need to do. I'd be like 265K. There you go. Not the 285K. 265K. That's the one. But that's not what most people are looking for. So it's going to be AMD. It's going to be AMD. That's like this right here. And the thing is, guys, there are people like this out there. I got a comment from someone, like, clearly the fact that Intel got such poor reviews from the new products, and then AMD's 9800X3D came out and got positive reviews all over the place. I had someone come into an older video of mine and say, like, oh, this guy's AMD fanboy. Look at this. What's AMD got right now? Nothing. Nothing. They got nothing. They ain't got nothing. And like, you could see the tears streaming. It's a company. It is a corporation. They are designed to take your money and keep it. And Intel did a great job of that, except with this class action lawsuit, they might not be doing so great at that. They fired thousands of people so that the CEOs and the shareholders could be happy. Like, Boeing much? Yeah, but does a 9800X3D have better single-core performance than the i9-14900K? In what application, Izofril? What application are we talking about here specifically? You did this before, didn't you? Where you were like, well, 90% of the... Was that you? That was you, right? And then when I asked you for proof, you were like, I don't have any. You got to stop doing that. So here you're asking me a question with zero context. Does it have better single core performance in what game, or what synthetic benchmark are you talking about? Listen, if you're just not going to heed my advice, I can't make you do that. But if you want to discuss it, I'm going to discuss it. But if you're going to bring in like statistics, you need to be prepared. There's 3 fans at the bottom. Right there, Nick. User benchmark as a news outlet. That's a good one, Igor. That, like, the thing about user benchmark is it's user benchmarks. See, Skinner Dr. Mitch, 12th gen was great. 12th gen was amazing. It was really good. Anyway, let's see what this comes out to with my discount. Also, you can add some warranty to this, and you should have the budget to do it. I'd probably recommend the 2-year one. That should fit within your budget. You want to maybe remove that from here so I can get an actual number, please? There we go. Looks like $2279.49. Like I said, it leaves that you can do that $200 add-on warranty to have the 2-year refundable extended warranty, includes shipping and everything, which is really nice. But yeah, there you go. Code SWARM, SWARM, gets you $70.50 off. Pretty nice. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Yeah, I have a link where you can see Fortnite Pro's PC parts, and I have yet to find a pro who has AMD. And I know not all of them have sponsors from Intel, so that's how I'm getting my info about them having Intel. All right, what gen do they have? Are you looking at something like 14th gen? Because here's the thing. Those statistics can't tell you how many of those people are having any kind of issues like freezing games, things like that. Well-documented thing that thousands of people were going through. And besides which, a lot of that data was prior to the launch on the 7th of this month of the 9800X 3D. Oh, good. 11th gen Intel. Quote unquote waste of sand. Interesting. 12th gen? Yes. 12th gen? Great. 13th gen? Maybe it's going to have oxidation. Who knows? Intel won't tell us what the range of SKUs was, range of serial numbers was that potentially had that issue. So everyone's just got to hope that they don't have that problem. And then 14th gen, we don't know if the latest microcode fix, which there was one of several, is actually going to be effective until maybe months have passed. Besides which, I told you, you can send me a link. I'll look at it. There you go. Click my name, click Whisper, send the link, send it over. I have a link where you can see Fortnite Pro's PC parts. Do it. Click that name, click Whisper, send it to me. I'm getting ready for bed. Can I skip the line, please? I'm sorry, that's not something I can do. We just finished with Spiral. Nick Miller, you're lower on the list here. Like, wait, Walleye, Akisita, how's it going? You getting another system here? As I feel like we've helped you out before. But yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. If I say yes to that, guarantee you like 50% of people are gonna be like, well, hey, I gotta go. Can you help me skip? I'm more important than everybody else. No, I'm sorry. But here's the thing though, you get to stay in line for the next stream, meaning you'll be earlier in the list on the next one. So I can't have you jump ahead though. No hose rule, you're gonna be next. I keep saying rule, I don't know why. Yeah, did you see that right there? If he says yes to that, I'm gonna be sad because No Hose Rue has been waiting for their turn. But yeah, you get to stay on the list. You keep your space for the next one. Don't you worry about that. I got you. Okay. So let's see. This is prosettings.net. We see what mouse they use. So I don't know who Peterbot is. They are on Team Free Agent. I've never heard of that team. They must not do very well. I'm just messing with you, obviously. Video settings. 13th gen. Oh, Lord. Okay. And a 4090. Let's see. And for 1080p. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Wait, hold on. It says here he jumped off a bridge. You better go do that. Okay. Players. I know 10s. It's a different game, but what is 10s using? 14900K. All right. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think these people buy their PCs? Like, I know they're not all sponsored, but most of them get free computers. Is it games? Okay, it's games. And you like Fortnite. Let's see. Mr. Savage. Call me Savage. My dad, Mr. Savage was my dad. 14900K. 11900KF. Oh, Benji Fishy. 11th gen was worst gen, but okay. 13900K. Shroud, who is part owner of Main Gear, they run Intel for those systems. Yes, 13900K. Wait, Shroud, how are you not on the latest gen? You're partial owner of Main Gear. They're not going to hook you up with a 14th gen? Come on. Probably don't even have the microcode update. 13900K. 14900K. 14900K. 12900K. That's there. You got taste. There you go. 13900KF. This is what we're doing, everybody. Oh, no! No way! What? No! No! Traitor! That is not blue! This person must be terrible at this game. How do you even boot up the game? How does it even boot? How does it not explode? Because it's not Intel. They're Russian. That's what it is. Russian. That's what it is. 13,600K. 14,900K. 13,900K. 13,900K. I think I missed one. This too doesn't even have a processor? How? It's probably console gamer, maybe. I don't know. 13,900K. 11,900K. Tifu. 10,900K. Cultured. Got them 10 cores. 13,900K. We're going through all 15 pages. Skinny Dr. Mitch, what a lot of these guys will do is whatever their contemporaries do. Just like whatever someone who wants to be a pro will follow whatever the pros do, the pros follow what their teams do, what their rivals do, what their it's all just like following the leader kind of thing. But here's the thing, guys. Oh my god, a 5900X. That's AMD. Get that out of here. Yeah, so like it's wow, 7890XE. Yo, who is this? Nick, eh? They're Canadian. Yep, they're definitely Canadian. That's kind of sick though. All right. 12,900K. Did I go back? I went back. Oh, okay. 12,900K. Summit 1G. 9,900K. No! No! This person is the devil. Look at that. Look at that. 7800X 3D. Look at it. They are standing. That's why they're standing so awkwardly. That's why they're standing so awkwardly right there. It's because they know. They know they're doing it wrong. So listen up, everybody. Enough of this. So for the longest time, and this is a thing that's definitely a thing within esports and all that, the way people thought was, after Ryzen came out in particular, if you want to game, you go Intel. Intel is for gaming. And it was all throughout, you know, Intel versus AMD history. These people are not PC experts any more than most. I saw a thing where like I think Danica Patrick's cool, great driver, right? But not a car person. Doesn't even know how many cylinders are in the vehicle. This was in like I think was on the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm not a car person. I just drive them really well. That's what they are. They don't. A lot of them don't care what's in their computers. It just needs to be, all right, what's the best? What does everybody say the best? It's Intel. The common thought was that it was Intel. And this is why, even though AMD Radeon has better price to performance GPUs, people will still just, I'm just going to buy NVIDIA. That's what I can't think for myself. Just NVIDIA is just better. It costs more. It has to be more gooder. Yet there are top players who are not using Intel. What does that mean? It means it does not matter what CPU you get. If you suck at the game, you will continue to suck at the game. If you're good at the game, you'll continue to be good at the game. The only difference here is that a lot of these pros should probably be part of this class action lawsuit against Intel. They have way more at stake than anybody playing Fortnite from home for funsies. No problem, Spiral. So when you show me what pros are using, all it proves to me is that there's not thought going into their purchasing decisions. It's just whatever the competition has, I want, or I want better, or whatever. But the testing shows that, I mean, if you're worried about stability, stay like, oh, I want Intel because I want it to be stable. No, then you don't want Intel. 13th and 14th gen Intel, stability issues up the wazoo. That's why there's a class action lawsuit against them. I just went back and Yuzofra was like huffing that copium. No, she has two PCs, one Intel for gaming, her streaming is, and AMD, she switched. Why is that listed then? Why is this listed as the game? It looks like maybe they don't know what they're doing here. Then why? How can you possibly trust this list then? It's all in question. Oh, look, here's the thing. I personally don't care what you buy. I don't care. But you feel the need to come in and discuss it, I'm going to hold your beliefs under a spotlight then. Okay, you're going under the microscope. Like I said earlier, oh, this says that they jumped off a bridge. Get to it. Get jumping. If you're going to come to me and ask for advice and then come back and tell me, hey, by the way, you know how you took time out of your life to help me and give me advice? I'm not going to listen to it. And I'm going to come back to your stream twice to tell you why I'm not going to listen to your advice. Weird flex, but okay. Whatever CPU you have, it's not going to change your skills. It's not going to put you on this list. So just get the best you can. Okay? Because are you going to get the same mouse as all of them? Because some of them have different mice. How will you choose for yourself? Make a choice for yourself. If you want my advice, as I'm like, none of these people are tech content creators that actually focus on the real performance behind it. They're not the mechanics, they're the drivers. So they're just there to like drive the car, not to know what works well underneath the hood. If you want that info, I gave it to you. You got it already. Anyway, so let's get back to important stuff. We're not gonna talk about it anymore. Okay, so unless you just want to come and hang out, I do have to help other people. Okay, but just know you're not going to convince me that some people who are professional gamers are going to be also, their job is to game really well. It's not to analyze PC hardware and make recommendations. That's my job. All right, so let's get back to what we were doing. Gaming only, $2,000, 1440p, no hose rule. Let's do this. Sorry about that. Nice, General Stone. Okay. I may get back into streaming too, just to FYI. Not sure if that changes anything. It absolutely does. Well, actually, it wouldn't in this case because it would just means we have to be picky with the motherboard. Because you want to make sure you have enough USB ports to plug in your streaming devices, your audio stuff, all that. Oh man, I destroyed my voice for that, by the way. For the Yo, thank you for the tier 1 sub to No Hose Rue. Thank you, Igor. Wait, did you gift another one? Because you were 200 before. Now it says 202. Did I miss one, Igor? Also, Tails Gaming 98. Sorry, I missed your first chat there. Just ordered my first ever gaming PC. Is 4060 GPU good for a first PC? I mean, I don't know what you're doing with it, so I couldn't tell you. It's fine, I guess, but I don't know if you're trying to do 1440p or 4K, then no, it's not. If you're trying to do 1080p, it should be fine. Okay, all right, sure. All right. Okay, all right. I am not supposed to talk about this. But let me just say this, No Hose Rue. You're going to want to wait for Black Friday. Because you're right at the price point of something that I've been working on with a certain company. And it is designed to be a gaming and streaming PC for 1440p. In black, yes. I didn't do it in white. I would like to do it, but this is something where we're going to actually do a decent number of units. But yeah. What's up, Aeon people? It's only out of stock if you're not willing to buy a pre-built. This is the same thing that launched my channel in the first place with the GPU shortages. People like, oh, I can't get a GPU anywhere. And I'm just there like ordering myself a pre-built, getting it in 3 days and being like, what's so hard about that, guys? It's just that easy. Yeah, Black Friday. I gave you the date. But I should be able to do, I'm going to be doing a, this is going to be fun. I'll say this at least. I'll say this. They can't be mad at me for this. I'm not gonna like unbox this thing on stream. I'm going to build it on stream, not the one you're getting. I'm just saying I get to actually get the parts in and build it. The stream has me so fired up, I broke my toilet seat, so I run to Lowe's tomorrow and it is in order. Thanks, stream and Taco Bell. You're welcome, Angry Beaver. Does everyone want that 9000X 3D now? Pretty much. Look, here's what happens this is what happens when you have multiple lame launches throughout the year and finally a really genuinely popular product launches. It's going to get scalped. Scalpers have been waiting for something like this. Kind of scalps your toilet seats? Well, I guess so. Those have been out for a while. Is it advisable to purchase extended warranty when you buy a part at Micro Center? I would say the warranty is best used when you get the same day custom build service, because otherwise they only give you like 30 days of warranty. But yeah, No Hose Rue, you're gonna want to see this thing. It's gonna be a fantastic deal. What can I say and not get in trouble here? If I'm not mistaken, I mean, it's going to be built, tested, warranted with an operating system and everything. And you probably couldn't beat the price on PC Part Picker. Let's put it that way. I'm not streaming it on Black Friday. I'm going to stream it before Black Friday as a build up to it. All right, Beaver, you got it. But that's just because, like I couldn't talk about this much before, because we still had to confirm a couple things, and we are still confirming things. But yeah, it's probably going to be the week of Black Friday. We're going to do that stream early in the week, so you guys get to see it then. But it's going to be around this price point. And we might even have another one at a lower price point, but like different specs for a lower tier, not for streaming, just for gaming. But this one's going to be gaming, streaming, 1440p all day long. $4070 Ti Super is nearly $1,000. You do know that, right? It's like $800-900 by itself. Besides, you said 1440p. There's a lot of cards that can do that and stream. Don't get caught up in names, because you'll end up spending more money than you need to by getting caught up in names. Or like some people, you might end up buying a bad CPU just because a bunch of other people did it. It's funny because, like, I sometimes I'll watch Maximilian Dude. He's just awesome, you know. And he has so many problems with his Intel system from NZXT. So many stability issues. And I'm just like, are y'all not watching his stuff? NZXT, your own sponsored streamer, you're not content creator, you're not watching his stuff, because he is livid every time. Anyway, I'm just gonna put that for yours. Okay, you got to trust me on this. I mean, look, we are getting to the point to where Black Friday deals are becoming a big thing. It's going to be hard to beat this one. I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat it. Yeah, Poppy sees. I wonder what it could be. Rook Talon, what's up? So I have Intel i5 12 Gen 30. Okay. I would not. Okay, Rook Talon, you're going to need more than 16 gigs of DDR4. I would go to 32 gigs. You have other stuff to upgrade before throwing a 4090 on that. So you have, when you say i5 12th gen, that could be 12400, 12600. I'm not sure which one that is. 12600K is probably going to be a little better of a choice for that. But if you're, the thing is also, you don't go to a 4090 unless you're going to be playing in 4K. Also, Rook Talon, we're probably a month and a half or so away from the launch of a 5080 and then a 5090. Just letting you know. 4090s are really expensive right now because they're hard to find. Skinny Boy 45, I'm not recommending 14th gen these days, and I don't know if I ever will. We have no guarantee that the microcode update that was issued is actually going to cause a real lasting result, because we have to wait months for people to continuously use it and then report back if there are any issues. So I'm not recommending it. If you want to go with something equivalent to an i7, you can look at the 265K. It's not going to be as insane for gaming. Well, it's not that the 14700KF is insane for gaming or anything. It's good. It's very good. But the 265K is going to be improving over time, and it runs cooler and uses less power, and it don't let the charts fool you. It performs pretty well. Stability is going to improve. Performance is going to improve over time. Intel is not... Y'all gotta understand something, okay? Am I like a hater? Am I mad at Intel or something? No, I'm in a position where people listen to my words and spend either hundreds or thousands of dollars. That is something I take seriously. I'm running Intel right now myself, and good Lord, I would not wish the problems I've had with it on anybody else. For those of you who watch a lot of the streams, how many times have streams crashed or frozen up or just like started to stutter? How many times has that happened? So many times. I don't want anybody else to have to experience that. So I'm not going to tell you to get 14th gen Intel for streaming. No way in hell. I always thought that was a Twitch issue. Then why was it happening on both YouTube and Twitch? Because it's happening on both YouTube and Twitch. Talking about switching to an AMD processor, but I hear they don't work well with NVIDIA graphics cards. Rook Talon, that is completely untrue. There's nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with that. It's not like Intel and NVIDIA are the same company or anything. There's no correlation between how well... There's nothing having to do with how well an AMD CPU does with an NVIDIA GPU. No, that's nonsensical. I don't know where you heard that, but likely not from a trusted source, like a reputable source. I know the PC will have an ATI graphics card. Whoa, who told you? I do have a question. With most SI pre-built companies, do you know how long shipping normally is? It could be, it's going to vary. There's no normally there. Every different SI has different shipping dates. Depending on how in demand the product is, it could take a little extra time. But remember this, guys. Whatever PC you get, you're going to be using it for years and years to come. A difference of a week or two is a drop in the bucket compared to getting the best deal you can from a reputable company that's going to take care of you. I sometimes feel the need to put that in perspective for y'all. Okay, but no Hosru, I'm going to recommend you hold off for that. Okay, so it's simply Avi wanted Reactor Gaming, 1080p gaming, streaming, content creation, video editing for 1500. Okay. Rook Talon, the things you say make me nervous. I intend on getting 32 gigs of RAM for a total of 48. I'm going to say this. You could probably do that, and good Lord, it might work, but you're probably better off matching the kit that you have exactly. Capacity, timings, frequency, everything. Or just replacing the kit. Like take it out, put in a matched kit for 32 gigs or even 64. DDR4 is not expensive. You keep that spare kit of RAM, that's 16 gigs, for troubleshooting down the line in case your new kit has any issues. AM5 will be supported until like 2027, probably until like 2030. They said they were going to stop supporting AM4 in 2020. They're still making CPUs for it. Okay, okay, we're getting into random questions. It's simply Avi, are you still here? Yes, you're here. I see that. I see it. Okay. So Reactor Gaming, 1080p. You're wanting to do a lot with this thing, so we'll see what we can do with that. What is the actual maximum budget for your PC? I'm going to change the color to this for whenever I'm recommending it for that system. There we go. 1750. All right. in black. Okay. A lot of case choices. I kind of like the Montec XR. I think it looks nice. Comes with 3X RGB fans, including some reverse flow fans on the side there. Probably go 9700X. Or go 7700X, because we are still 1750 on the budget. Go 7700X, and that means you're saving yourself like $100 in the CPU instead of getting a 9700X. And actually, considering what you're doing, it might be wise to do something like 7900X. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe we'll stick to 77. We'll come back to that after we do the rest of the system. X USB Type A. That doesn't seem right. Hold on a second. No, yeah, it does have that. I mean, I meant the two M.2. It says it has two M.2 slots. It's got 4. Doesn't it? 1, 2, and then 3, 4. It's got 4 M.2 sockets. So the listing on the site is incorrect. So this thing, just to be clear, has 4 M.2 sockets for a lot of expandable storage there. Plus, look at this I/O for streaming. Absolutely bananas. 12 USB Type A's, 20 gigabit per second Type C, Wi-Fi 6E. It's a good motherboard. What are we at so far? It's like all the way at the bottom. Okay, 1659. What's the default GPU? 4070 Super. That's already really good. There you go. 4070 Super. Hell yeah. The only 64 gig kit, is it 4 sticks? 4x16? No, they don't have. They do have this one, but it's DDR5's 5600. That's kind of lame. I should talk to them about their RAM choices. We need to get them some Kingston. I say this right here is going to be better. It's not RGB, but oh, they do have Kingston. It's right here. That's 16 gigs, 2x8. That's the only Kingston kit they have. Anyways, but no, DDR5 6000. I wish it was 64 gigs, but 32 is a solid start. I don't know. I would say, let me ask you this about your use cases. What's the priority list there? You have gaming, streaming, and content creation / video editing. What's the sort of levels of importance of each? How do they stack up? Bryce Van Horn, I mean, what do you mean by the numbers? Which numbers? Give me a couple of examples. I'll be right back. I gotta refill my water. This reminds me, I need to check if they fixed some things yet over at Skytech. What? I think I'm missing something now. They just removed it. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, they just removed it. Oops. I guess they're redoing those entries then. All right, back to what we were doing. Kind of all the same on priority. Haven't started streaming yet, but it's just because I don't have a computer to handle it. I do YouTube already. I'm going to get more heavy into recording, editing, gaming vids. Okay. Are we okay? I gotta refresh the page. Probably gotta redo everything. Let's see. Yep. All right. Two terabyte drive. We just don't have a cooler selected, I guess. You would just have to pick a color of cables. These are free cable extensions in the color of your choice. I like purple, but monochromatic is always a good choice because then you can set your RGB to whatever you want. It won't clash with the color of the cables. It's a black system, so you could do black and white cables, black and gray cables, or choose a color here. Let me know what color you'd like out of these. Blue, purple, red, white, white, blue, black, blue, black, gray. Like there's some decent choices there. So with you leaning more heavily into video editing, I would want to put you on a CPU with more cores, but we don't have much in the way of budget to do so. My discount code takes $50 off the system for you. We're at $1764.91. So that basically gives us like $35 to work with. And going with something like a 7900X, which gives you 4 more cores, then the 7700X would be $90. So it's above budget. But the thing is, I went with a nice motherboard to give you really good I/O for streaming. A little tip here: anytime you see like plain black USB ports, those are going to be the slower ones that are meant for things like don't need a high transfer rate, like peripherals, mice, keyboards, a headset, something like that. And then the blue ones are 5 gigabit per second. You can do things like Elgato webcams, different Elgato devices, capture cards that require USB 3.0, and then you have the faster ones for like external storage, things like that, and your 20 gigabit per second Type C. Red, please. Okay. There's red and there's red and black, but you said red, so I'm going to go with red. So here's what the, like, whenever you're on something of a restricted budget, what we then do is we build a balanced system that has upgradability in mind. Okay. Oh, come on, dude. Reactor, what are you doing? I got to redo everything again. Like, one thing that you can't do easily is upgrade your motherboard. It's a big old pain in the butt. It is the core component. It's basically like rebuilding a computer to upgrade the motherboard. So you don't skimp on that when you're building your PC, but it's not too hard to upgrade your CPU. And you're talking about socket AM5, which has a lot of room for upgrading down the line when you start to, say, make money off of what you're doing. What I essentially did was, I mean, I did a lot of the channel that you would see if you go to the YouTube channel, right? On a 5800X, which was the previous version of this. Believe it's just the model / gen numbers, like how Intel is 14700, etc. I'm not sure how to rank the AMD numbers to determine which CPUs are better when looking at pre-builds. I mean, it's the same thing. It's very similar. Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7, Ryzen 9. But it doesn't entirely work that way because, like, say a Ryzen 7 7800X 3D is going to have better gaming performance than a Ryzen 9 7950X. 7950X is going to be better for content creation, video editing, things like that. It's the kind of stuff we're talking about here. But it's going to cost more. And it's the same thing with Ryzen 9 9950X versus the Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. So it's like the first digit in the 4-digit thing is like the generation ish. So you have like 5000 series with like 5800X 3D, 5950X, things like that. So that's that 5. But you'll notice that the second digit usually stays kind of the same as for where it stands in the product stack. 800 class, 950 class, 600 class. So 9600X, 9700X, 9800X 3D. Those are both Ryzen 7s. 9900X, 9950X. And it goes up in price as you go. Basically, bigger number means more cores, usually more frequency, all that kind of stuff. Don't do what you want, do purple. But purple is what you want. You just don't know it yet. I can do the 7900X. All right. I would like to put you on 64 gigs of RAM, but they don't have a 64 gig RAM kit that is within budget. Also one that I kind of like. I don't like going with 4 sticks of DDR5 with 7000 series Ryzen. That didn't work too well. I'm also putting a 2 terabyte drive in here. This is not the Inland Performance Plus, but it's still a good inland drive. TN470, 2 terabytes. There you go. So you're starting off with 2 terabytes of storage. You also have 3 other M.2 sockets to occupy later on. I'm going with a 360 millimeter all-in-one liquid cooler. And red cables. Don't give me that error. Now, the case, though, with the case, as I mentioned, well, I went with the Montech XR. And that's the case right there. If you're doing content creation, you're going to have it in your background for your stream or whatever. This is a really nice looking case for that. And Montech has really been upping their game when it comes to the quality of their cases. 4 sticks of DDR5 still a problem? I don't know with 9000 series. I have no idea. 9000 series is still going through its growing pains from its launch. And I haven't tested it with 4 sticks. So it's still, I think, a best practice to just go with 2. So you just get the capacity that you need right off the bat if you can. But the downside to this system right now is the fact that it's, well, keep one thing in mind, okay? If you want a system that's for gaming, that's like one budget, right? If you want a system that can do video editing, like a video editing workstation, that's a completely other budget. Like that's a different kind of system. We're trying to make a jack of all trades, and it's not going to be a master of any of those unless you throw a mountain of money at it. But not everybody could do that. So we got to balance it out as well as we can. Question, should I wait for Black Friday? If video editing is your primary concern, the system I'm talking about for Black Friday, not going to be the best for it, but it is going to be a good value. But it is also going to be a little above the budget that you told me. As for other Black Friday deals, I don't know. What we see now are watered down deals that are supposed to be Black Friday month, which is such a stupid thing to say, and everybody says it. So it must be great. Anyway, that's a whole system right there. Oh, so that's right. So I told you about this going a little over budget because of the 9900X, 7900X, and you said okay. I mean, it should be pretty easy to guess, guys, that the thing in question that I'm talking about, it's probably going to have the 9800X 3D. That's what I'm hoping for. So it's not the best CPU for video editing. Had you not told me that video editing was a focus for you, I'd be like, yeah, go 9800X 3D if it's within budget. It's not though. So, and it's also not your priority. So what I'll do here is I would hit add to cart on this, and then I think I can share the cart with you. Maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah, have a coupon. You have to click have a coupon, and then you type in my name, Brayathorn, and it should take $50 off. What's up, Cherokee Vapor? How's it going? I hear AMD processors are far more efficient than Intel. I hear you say I hear a lot, but that's one that's actually true. Okay. Yes, $50 off with my coupon. There you go. That brings it to $1804.91 US dollars. There you have it. Now let's see if I can. Just gotta shorten this link because it's gonna be ridiculous otherwise. There you go. Now, as the thought of should I wait for Black Friday is what a lot of people are thinking during the month of November. If you stated that you're going to buy your PC within 1 month, and with that in mind, yeah, you should probably wait for Black Friday. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I don't know how long. I could probably look and see somewhere on the site probably how long Reactor Gaming takes to come out with a system. But like ship it out to you, have it to your door. But if you're like, if you were to say something like, let's see who's some of these options are. Like, there's some people who say I'm going to order it within a week. You might not want to wait for Black Friday then, because it's a week and a half, a couple of weeks away. But we are very. What are we? How far away is it? It's on the 29th. It's 2.5 weeks away. Most of the deals for Black Friday are going to be like in the week of Black Friday. But like as we get closer to it, that's when SIs get more and more and more competitive. But you're not necessarily going to see that from a company like Reactor Gaming because they're not a large volume seller. If you want something from that specific SI, then you're going to be giving up on like some of the crazy deals you can get. But you know, if that's the SI you want, that's part of your purchasing decision, and that also can likewise be part of the buyer's remorse if you don't get it from the company that you're thinking about. I don't know. You tell me if you would feel that way. Metroid plus Zelda Randomizer Sunday. I don't know. I streamed that for 6 hours just to get that one seed done. I can't do that, and that's why I stopped playing those initially. We'll see. I might simplify it and go back to Supermarket Simulator. That's just too much fun. It's too much fun to play. Just got done chatting with Reactor Gaming. They told me that for the most part, custom PCs ship out in 3 to 4 days. Nice. I bet they responded to me too. Okay, but there's your system. There's your build. If you want to hold off on that, no one's going to make you order this thing. But you now have at least a base spec of something to maybe go with. And there you go. Now you are getting the previous gen 7900X. There are improvements with the ninth gen, or 9000 series, I should say. It's not 9th gen. 9000 series Ryzen processors, but they cost more. And you are trying to fit 3 machines into one budget, right? Gaming, streaming, and content creation, video editing, workstation. So there are some sacrifices that do need to be made to make that happen. You know, it's all good though. Austin Harding, your time has come. Gaming, streaming, content creation, video editing, high budget, white system from Alexander PC. We can do something like that. No problem, Avi, you're good. But Lucas Thompson, thank you for reporting back on that. I do appreciate it. I've been trying to get back into exercising via, VR stuff with VR with like my VR headset and stuff. I'm starting to feel that soreness, so that's good. That means I'm doing something that I haven't done in a long time. I'm very out of shape. I'm glad I'm doing that. Thank you for the posture check. I needed that. I don't understand AMD numbers. I just had the that 9900X, 7900X. 7000 series Ryzen, 9000 series Ryzen. You got it. Nailed it. Hit the nail right on the head. There you go. Austin Harding, I'm here. Good. Good. Okay. So tell me, out of these 3 use cases, yours says gaming, streaming, content creation / video editing. What is the order of priority for this? Like how much video editing you're going to be doing? Is the priority gaming and streaming? Is it priority mostly just gaming? What's the deal there? Brad, I know I'm after Austin, but I got to get up early for work. Can I resubmit our next stream? Pabsy, you don't have to resubmit. Your form stays submitted regardless, so it'll still be there. And that means you'll be an earlier entry on the next stream. Like it stays in the order that it was submitted. So you're going to be before whoever, comes out later. No problem. Gaming first, streaming lightly, editing clips here and there. All right, 9800 XDD. Editing clips here and there. You don't need a crazy video editing workstation for that. Let's see. Let's see if they added it into the configurator. Oh, also, what is the actual maximum budget for your system? Because the options cap out at 4,000 or more. What's the actual max budget? Oh, TJ, come on, man. Come on. Update your configurator. I'm basically going to have to put in the 7800 X3D, but all you got to do is tell them, hey, I actually want the 9800 X3D. There's a form. Yep. That's what you've been seeing me looking at this whole time, is the data that's spit out by the form that you fill out. It's the first thing in the description of the stream. $4K max, okay. And you're looking to game at 1440p gaming, streaming, content creation, video editing. Okay. That's definitely doable for 4K with Alexander PCs. That's not a problem. Yep. X67E gaming plus Wi-Fi. Love this motherboard. So nice. I might put you on the higher 64 gigs. See, this is the benefit of when you're coming into a build and you have more than you need to achieve gaming at the resolution that you want. You don't need a 4090 to game in 1440p. Instead, you can put that money towards having RAM to where you're just not going to run out of RAM while you're running your game. Maybe it's Escape from Tarkov and it's really RAM heavy. Plus, you're running Discord, you're running OBS, you're running Spotify, you're running maybe a couple browser windows, and your game, of course. So, it's better to have it and not need it than the opposite of that. Oh, also, let's talk about the case real quick, okay? We have these choices. Let me try to see if you can see it a little better. Amongst the higher end ones, I put it in the Landcool 216, but the other white cases they have are the O11 Vision in white, the O11 Evo RGB in white, the Fractal Torrent, and the Height Y60. Plus some of the cheaper ones like the Fractal Air Mini and Starker Air. EFT is my main. More RAM, the better. Okay. Escape from Tarkov is your main. Funny how I mentioned that, huh? 64 gigs it is. But what style of case do you want? Do you want the standard front intake, top rear exhaust, kind of mesh front panel kind of thing? Or do you want some glass? Do you want to show this thing off a little bit? Poppy Seeds, what's up? For real though, best PC is Stream Deck or ROG Ally X. For pure casual gaming, I mean. For pure casual gaming, just get a Switch. If it's pure casual gaming, sure, yeah. Like the more open looking cases. Okay, I'd probably say O11 Evo RGB. For that mixture of open, sort of that open and visible aspect, but with also performance in mind. Not that I don't like the Vision. I love the Vision. I think it's a gorgeous case and it can do just fine. But yeah, a little more airflow this way, a little bit more. Oh, they got the MV3 on here now. Interesting. Okay, 2 terabyte Kingston Fury Renegade. Zotac Trinity 4070 Ti Super. I mean, I guess you could go 4080 Super, but the only 4080 Super is not going to match the aesthetic, and it's $450 more. And then you got 4090s and then AMD cards. I think the 4070 Ti Super is going to meet your needs more than necessary. It's, 16 gigs VRAM, up to 4K decent 4K performance, great 1440p and 1080p, like amazing 1080p performance, great 1440p, pretty much everything you need. You can get it in white to match your build, and we also did a motherboard that's going to be have a black PCB, but then like silver aluminum parts with some nice kind of cyan highlights, teal highlights on there. Really nice setup there. But yeah, $32.89 minus $50 with code Brayathorn. I did bump it up to an 850 watt power supply. For $45 more, you could make it 1,000 watts because you never know what kind of power requirements an upgrade might require in the future. Yo, Bumpkin Air, thank you for that membership. How's it going? X3D, the best gaming CPU. So I've heard. What's this X3D I'm hearing occasionally? Oh boy. It's 3D Cache. And if you're looking for an in-depth explanation, there are videos on that. It sounds like you're just jumping into this stuff, huh? It's very good for gaming, is what X3D means. Though it can sometimes mean sacrifices in other use cases. That's been improved with the latest 9000 series version of that from 9000 series Ryzen. Alexander PCs really need some wood cases on their custom builder IMO. I guess so. That just might not match their aesthetic, I guess. But here's the thing about Alexander PCs. You want something specific, it's an email away. You email them, if they can get it, they get it. And cases are not that hard to get. Now, here's the thing, Austin, is that I do know for a fact that Alexander PCs has 9800 X3Ds coming in, but they don't have it yet listed on the configurator. So I put a 7800 X3D. All you need to do is you can either email them, like save this build that I'm going to send you, and you can email them and say, hey, I've got this build, send them the link that I want to buy, that Braithorn set me up with, but I want the 9800 X3D. And then they'll just adjust the price accordingly, and there you go. Or you can purchase it, and when you receive the confirmation email, you can actually reply to that and say, hey, this is my order. I actually want the 9800 X3D instead. It just wasn't an option in the configurator. And then they'll just, they'll just adjust the price after. They'll charge you for any difference in price. But that's the whole build at $32.89 before the $50 discount. If you want to bump up the GPU, you can. If you want to bump up your storage, you can. There you go. That code, Braithorn, takes $50 off your system. Why not? You can also, in here, you can look at some of the options and change them if you want. I do think this is an amazing motherboard for the price. It has all the I/O you can need for streaming. It has 4 M.2 sockets on it, so lots of expandability. Lots of PCIe slots for PCIe expansion cards, which are great for streaming. It's a really, really good board. Oh, sorry. I was thinking about, worried that I might doze off because I'm really tired, and I actually dozed off while worried about that. I'm really tired. Ari has really weird hours right now with the holiday season coming upon us, and I woke up with her and I could not go back to sleep for the life of me, so I've been up for longer than usual at the moment. Pabsy said they were going to be back on the next stream. That means Nick Miller is next. I think Nick said that they needed to leave earlier, so that's going to be that. Jay. Mr. J. Or Mr. Actually, I don't know. But Jay is what it is. I just had to do that because, you know, old school Batman animated series. Okay, whatever. What's your thought on Intel outsourcing much of their chips built to TSMC? Is Intel in that bad of a space? It's just, I think, I know there was a reason for it, Craig. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Like, they're working up to doing their own, you know, about having it all in-house for the next stuff. It's just with like all the building going on at their fabs and stuff, it's just, yeah, there's a lot going on there. I don't know. I feel like it actually took some of the uncertainty away from 200S, Core Ultra 200S, because the series, because Intel had that oxidation issue with 13th gen. So now we don't have to worry about that. TSMC won't have that problem. Is there a major difference between the Z, B, and H series motherboards? Yes. I'm here if I can still get my turn. Eric Z, I was calling out for you like forever for a while there. To just come out and say like, use it, I'm on the list emote, and you never did. Like, I know you said, like, it's part of the process here, but I did just call out for Jay. Is Jay still here? No problem. Austin, you're good. Don't forget to use that code, which is just my name. Gets you $50 off, helps support what I do. And, yeah, why not? It's free real estate. And plus, you're way under budget. Yeah, Eric, and this goes out to Eric, also everybody else. If you want to help me do what I do, and you don't want to like make what I do harder, if you do need to step away, just give me a few words. Just tell me, hey, I'm going to step away for a bit. I'll be back. I might be back later. I might be back on the next stream, because then I'm not going to sit around and be calling your name for 5, 10, 15 minutes before I stop feeling bad about moving on to the next person. So please, the polite thing to do is to just let me know, hey, you're going to get to me. I might not be here. I'll be back later on, or I might be back next stream. It's just, it is a polite thing to do. But Jay, you're looking at Chicago. You're doing just gaming. Chicago Micro Center. Okay. Let's see if Micro Center's website's back up yet. Yeah, okay. What the hell? All right. I'm going to do something real quick. Give me a second. Yeah, I cleared my cache. It's still not working. No problem, Austin. I need a recommendation for a mid-range camera. For photography or for video? What? It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. Like, what is mid-range to you? It's the same thing where it's like, I need budget. I need, like, are you going to use it for videoing? Is it going to be mostly for, or you need hybrid? Do you need it mostly for photography? It's the same stuff, Cherokee. I need the same. You can't ask vague questions and expect specific answers. I need a recommendation for a used car, says X Milky. All right, so I'm assuming a budget of $60,000. Probably get yourself a nice, nice used GTR. That'd be pretty cool. I know you're kidding, but it's an example of that where it's just like, I need, and this is not me picking on you, Cherokee. It's just, it's that kind of thing where it's like, hey, I need a suggestion, and I'm not giving you any information, sucker. You have to guess everything. Good luck, GFY. And I'm just like, yep. GFM. Got it. For my build, if I upgrade to the 9900X, would there need to be something I need to change? Nope. Streaming. It's a Christmas present. $200. I mean, at that budget, it's going to be a webcam. Probably something like Facecam Pro, which is a nice 4K camera. A USB, of course. I forget what let me see. But yeah, Micro Center's site is down. Like for me, it is. I cannot access it, and I cleared my cache and everything. It's just not working for me. Is Micro Center working for anybody else? Facecam Pro, not Camera Pro. Facecam Pro. Facecam Pro is $299. It's really nice though, 4K 60. Really nice sensor in there. What the hell, dude? Hold on. When I open it up in a in an incognito browser, it works immediately. All right, sure. And it was Chicago, right? I didn't do the hard reload, all that stuff. I'm not going to do that during stream. I have other browser windows open, like the one I'm reading your text from right now. I'm not about to undo my whole layout and stuff just for this. But I'm going to do all that after stream. Oh my God. Sign in for the best experience? I'm already having a bad time. What are you talking about? Well, their bundles suck in Chicago, so that's great. Oh my God, what an aggravating website. What an aggravating website. The most aggravating, you might say. Oh my God. Ah! I got signed out of my freaking... So frustrated right now because I'm so tired and everything just stops working. Oh. Oh. Okay. It's because, of course it did, because I cleared all my cache and all my cookies, everything. Okay. So let me ask you this, Jay. What is the actual maximum budget for your PC? Thoughts on Build Redux? No. Don't go Build Redux. They made all kinds of promises to me, told me they were going to do all these improvements, this and that. They've done nothing. And it's been like, I don't know, 8 months. So they're not committed. They're not committed to quality. Ray, sorry, I went to bed during that one stream. Did you realize I stayed up? I streamed until like 2 a.m. I streamed for 6 hours that night. You got it, Avi. You got it. No problem. Okay, so Jay, you're not going to respond on what the actual maximum budget is. And the reason I ask this, here we go. The reason I ask this is because in the forum at 1800. Okay, cool. Thank you. I know there's a delay for YouTube, so I need to remember that. Wait, that's lower than what? Okay. Oh, guys, if you're looking at the budgets, you don't pick a number that's higher than your actual budget. Like, let's take a look at this. Here we go. All right, here we go. Oh my God. This states like, what is your maximum budget for the PC in US dollars? So if your budget is 1,800, you should pick 1,500 because you're like, you go up from there. Like if you pick $2,000 and like, you might pick that if your budget was like actually $2,000 or like maybe 2,200, 2,250, whatever. So you should have probably clicked this and then told me, hey, I'm at 1,800. So just putting that note out there. It's not a huge deal or anything. That's not a massive deal or anything, but it does factor in. It's not a big deal. All right, 1,800. Okay, so but that's just a note for everybody. If you're doing this form, pick the one that's like under what your actual budget is, and then tell me what the actual max budget is. Because increments of $500 leaves a lot of room. I just didn't want to have a million options in there, you know. But okay. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not even. I can't even use this because I'm here. Really? Okay. Just gonna put it. no bundles. All right. Crap, and I forgot what your use case was. This is just me when I'm tired. This is what happens. Okay, gaming, just gaming. All right, 1440p gaming. So what could we do with this? Why don't they have the 7600X 3D? That'd be sick to have that in a bundle, but they don't. Okay. There it is, 7600X 3D. Perfect. $2K includes keyboard and mouse. No, it doesn't. This should not include taxes or shipping and should be separate from your budget for a monitor, peripherals, etc. Keyboard and mouse or peripherals. So, nice try, but I thought about that because I've been doing this for years. Okay, where were we? It's okay. Like I said, it's not a big deal. This is just for gaming, so we can go B650. You wanted the PC in black? Yes. In black, yes. Why is the B650 more than the B650E? This is good. Let's go with this. B650-E. Tough gaming Wi-Fi. There you go. We need 32 gigs DDR5 at 6,000. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I got confused. Trident Z5 Neo RGB DDR5 6000 CL30 112.99. Excellent, excellent deal. That'll do the job. Now let me ask you this: what are your feelings on RGB, the aesthetics for the case, things like that? How much do you care about that stuff? Out of curiosity. It affects the algorithm. It does. The algorithm of how annoyed I get over time, Igor. 100%. Especially, part of that algorithm is how sleepy I get. Just because, like, I've been relying on caffeine lately, and I don't do well with it. It's not good for. It's not good. Like, it doesn't work for me that well. But yeah, getting tired. Also, Bumpkin Air, I don't know if I believe I thanked you for that membership. If I didn't, I apologize. Thank you again for that. And yeah, always appreciate it. All right, let's just continue. Video card. 1440p 7900 GRE. Do they just not have it? What's wrong with me? They do. Okay. 7900 GRE, XFX, ASRock, and Asus. I like the XFX one. Just to show you this. TP comparison chart, 1440p ultra performance, which is an average of many different games here. And the 7900 GRE is right up there with a 4070 Ti. And it's under 4070 Ti Super, but it's between 4070 Super and 4070 Ti for less money. It's a really, really good deal. This thing beats a 4070 Super for $50 less than the MSRP. So now here's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of delay right now with YouTube because you just answered the RGB question that I asked probably like 7 minutes ago or something. It's crazy. 5 minutes ago, maybe. I might be exaggerating. But the question is, or the statement I would make for this is, you're going to get great rasterized performance from this. If you want more ray tracing stuff, like you're going to be gaming with ray tracing on in any game that has it, we should go with NVIDIA. But other than that, this is a really good choice. And if there's room in the budget left at the end, we can then bump up the GPU. Let's go with 2 terabytes on the drive, 2 terabyte inland performance plus all day long. Thank you very much. Here's one thing I'm going to say about the case. I'll put a case on here, but what you should do is go to Micro Center when you go there and put your order in person. And then they require like 4 hours to as long as you order your PC more than 4 hours before closing, they'll build it same day. But that way you can go look at the cases in person, poke at them. They're right there on the shelves, and you can decide which case you really want. You'll be able to see it looks like they're starting to get the Y70 Touch Infinite, and that's really nice. But you'll be able to see the dimensions of it, see if you kind of want it to be that size or if you want something smaller or larger. But yeah. If it matters, I mostly play technical Minecraft with shaders too. Okay. Yes, answer right away. Delay is real. Interesting. So I'm going to pick a case here. And what you'll do is you can keep it as a placeholder, and you don't need to just buy it outright. Like you just go there, see the cases that are there, make your final decision, then give them the list, like your cart basically, or do your purchase after you've changed the case in the parts list. Like I would say, again, I like the Montech XR. I think it's a sweet looking case. It's an upgrade to their to their previous case that had that aesthetic but doesn't have that bar right there. Plus it comes with some fans, so you don't have to buy those fans. Well, I mean, this one's good. Corsair RMX is a nice, well-rated series of power supplies. RMX 850X or RM850X. There you go. Sure. 850 watts is fine for this. Yeah, the background music is at a level that is pretty much a standard, where it is 20 decibels less than my voice. So this is what I normally keep it at. It's actually a little bit lower than what I normally keep it at. Sorry to hear that that's annoying you, Hollywood. But I generally, at this level, I usually don't hear any. You know what? Sound off, everybody, if you guys think that the background music is too loud. Please let me know. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna boop. How about I boost my mic? I'm gonna boost my mic up. There we go. Mic is a bit louder now. How about that? Because that's not something I was accounting for. And how about we do a matching Montec AIO? We could even do 240. This is a 7600X 3D, so it's like not at all too. Yeah, it sounds better. Good. Oh, you got it, Bryce Van Horn. We can go 240 on this, not without a single issue. And we could probably even go with an air cooler on this thing. But the 360 is a really good deal too, and that would allow you to do an upgrade to the CPU later without having to worry about upgrading your CPU cooler. Yeah, I'm not sure when, but I think I turned down my mic at some point. That's a pretty complete system. Now, this is why I kept the pricing where it was. If you do an AIO, which is usually a good way to go for cooling, especially when you have a case like the one I chose there where you have side intake rather than front intake, it does bump up the same day pro assembly fee to $250 instead of $150. That makes this $1,782 with assembly included, with the 7600X 3D and the 7900 GRE, the Montec XR tempered glass case with a Corsair RM850X power supply, 850 watts, 32 gigs of Trident Z5 Neo, DDR5 6000 CL30 RGB, an Asus B650-E Tough Gaming Wi-Fi motherboard, 2 terabytes of Inland Performance Plus, very, very fast, very reliable storage, and the Montec 360 millimeter all-in-one liquid cooler. And should be no need for any additional case fans, anything like that. This build is completed. Is Windows 11 Pro better for streaming? No. My rule of thumb is this. If you don't know what the differences are between Windows 11 Pro and Home, you don't need the features of Windows 11 Pro. Because those differences are for people who are aware of those things and would use them, and usually in like an enterprise setting, things like that. Or not just enterprise though, but somewhat in the vein of prosumer stuff, things like that. You just don't need it for streaming. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay. Yes, Ghost Poner. If it's just a gaming PC, you get a 3D cache CPU. Watch the Gamers Nexus review of the 7600X 3D. They recently launched that. So, take a look here. You see up here, I'm going to send you a link to this build. I'm going to click the, save this link right here. And I'm going to send you a link to this build. Right here, there is a thing to save this build. You're going to want to do that. It'll prompt you to create a Micro Center account if you don't already have one. Now, this is optional. You could also just add this all to cart and do it that way, and just show your cart to the rep at Micro Center and say, hey, this bald guy on the internet, Braythorn, whatever, He recommended this build for me for this budget. I'd like to get it, but I'm going to choose a different case probably, and then they'll help you out. But you need to go in and save this build right now because, well, I don't know how much longer I can stream tonight. I'm really exhausted. Like, I was actually falling asleep earlier on stream. I don't know if you guys caught me. But if I go do another Micro Center build, this one's getting erased. And that's just the nature of the Micro Center builder and the fact that I don't save every build because I don't have a Micro Center account that I use on here. I have a personal one, but I don't have one that I use on here. And God, imagine if I had all those builds saved, that'd be crazy. Yeah, Ghost Poner, the 3D cache is specifically only for that one character from Back to the Future that always wore the 3D glasses. It's just for that one dude, that fictional guy. It's not for the average person. Not kidding. It is the better gaming CPU. It is, and it will be for a long time until Intel finally gets competitive on the gaming side of things again. Because they can't compete with it. I mean, it'll compete with it, but for much more money and much more power usage, which is, that's not advanced technology. That's just old school, power, heat, frequency, yada yada. And 3D cache is the better alternative. It is a better choice for gaming. Now, I could have sworn that we did one for walleye. Yeah, we got 3 in here. Looks like in October 1st. I think maybe you were going to wait for... That's right, you were going to wait for the latest thing, probably. What was this? Yeah, 9800X 3D. But yeah, I might have to end it here, guys. It's getting to be midnight. That is usually the end of the stream. I made it to midnight, but I don't think I can go any longer than that. But we're back on Thursday. Everybody who's on the list, you stay on the list. You will still be on the list. All you have to do is come back. I'll help you out for free. It's not a problem. It's just sometimes you don't get helped out in the same stream. That message is all over the place in the things that you fill out where it's like, hey, there's no guarantee you get helped out during the same stream. And that's because I'm just one guy trying to help everybody for free. Can you put gaming capable components in a case that saves space? It's called small form factor. Yes, you can. Yeah, it's called small form factor. What's up, Walleye? How's it going? I'm going to have to help you out on Thursday. I'm sorry. We did still help out a good number of people tonight with some pretty big distractions. But yeah, we still got to do that. I am circling the drain. As I just said, I was falling asleep earlier on stream. I'm no good to you guys right now. I'm too freaking, I'm too testy. I'm too like, basically like a toddler that needs a nap right now. Nobody likes that. Who likes that? Come on. But we'll be back on Thursday. We'll help out everybody who was waiting. As many as we can. That's just what I do. As many people as I can. Here's a message for y'all, and this is what I can do for you, because like this is my dedicated time for helping people for free. If you are if you're legitimately like, I can't wait that long, shoot me an email at my business email, bray@braythorn.tech. It's listed on my YouTube channel. It is listed on my Twitter account, X account, whatever. It's out there. Shoot me an email there. and I can help you off, on my own time for a fee. If you truly feel like, no, I don't want to wait. If you want this for free, it means sometimes you don't get help very quickly because it's free and I think it's good. That means it's not going to be fast. So if you are like, no, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I want this right now, dude, right now. Okay. It does cost that way because that's my time where I'm working on videos or I'm filming for video, producing for videos, or just handling life stuff. If you can't wait for the next PC matchmaking stream, okay. But it is a session like that is $100. I have not done a single one because most people, when they hear that, are like, you know what? Yeah, I'll wait. But other people who do this for a living, where this is why I feel bad sometimes, because I'm taking business away from people who charge for this, that are good at what they do. But they also charge more than that. And I know this. So it's a hell of a deal if you want your help. Email me, bray@brayathorn.tech, and I will, we can schedule something out and I'll help you then. Lord knows I could use the money. So please be impatient. Let me know. Sounds good. Night. All right. Yeah. You too as well, Crash. Let's see if we can raid somebody. I'm not going to hang around, but like, you guys, if you're not done with watching streams, I'll find you a good streamer. I can do that at the very least. And this goes for people who are on Twitch. Am I not a dark? Good Lord, I hate clearing my cache and stuff. Oh, Chise is streaming. Yeah, let's raid Chise. Yeah, let's do that. No problem. I'll see you guys back here on Thursday. I need to find my thing to do that. Hold on a second. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my God. All right, guys, stick around for the stream. You got special stream emotes you can, raid emotes you can use. Please use those, but not too much. Don't like, whatever. Anyways, I will see y'all on Thursday at 8 p.m. Central, and there's a video coming out, should be tomorrow, that you might find helpful and informative about computers. About pre-builts out there, good deals and stuff on 9800X 3D systems. If I didn't get to help you out tonight, that might be right up your alley. But that's it. I will see y'all on the next one. And until then, take care.
Let's go, nerds!